Hey guys, I'm here with our first sponsor, a book I can't recommend enough, Healthy Made Easy, written by Mitchell Thompson. We've had him on the show. He's the owner of Self-Sustained Training. Great guy. He's given us a book jam-packed with so much information on diet, the effects on the body, what we should be eating. I can't recommend this book enough. Like I said, if you need a guide to starting a healthier diet, living healthier, this book has everything you need to start out. Easy read, jam-packed with information. It's available at Amazon, Barnes & Noble. Be sure to head over, follow Mitchell Thompson. He's on Instagram, all platforms, Facebook, everything. Check out his documentary. That as well is very eye-opening. Issues in our medical field, how beneficial a healthy diet is. I want to appreciate everybody for supporting the show. And go check it out. I know you go by Noe, but that's what everyone calls you. But is that?
Yeah, well, it's Noe.
Yeah, Noe. But
yeah.
Is that actual full, or is that still short for something?
No, that's the full name.
Okay.
It's just basically Spanish for Noah.
Yeah.
But people have a hard time pronouncing it, so I
know everyone will just call you Noe. I'm like,
Noe.
Well, I didn't know if it was short for something. I had a buddy named Chito. His name, I think, was Noe. But no, man. Hey, thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. I'm about to have pretty much the whole 10th Planet crew on.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, dude, you had James, Jeremy, and then Coach Blake was the last one I saw. Like, I gotta get
Josh.
On. Yeah, Josh, and then. I was like, you had all the hire belts up, so I had to come up and join.
Which, by the way, let's start this out. I got some a couple of things that were sent to me.
Are we started?
Yeah, we're starting.
All right, shout out to Raider Nation. First things first.
Oh man, dude, you're about to start riling people up, man. You're gonna piss some people off. All right, he said, I got this question from Josh.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know if it's a question, maybe just a statement here. Bring up how the Raiders suck. All right.
Yeah.
And let him know that I wear a size 11.5 ring.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
What is that?
Well, because it was before the Super Bowl, right? And he, you know how, I guess Josh goes on these rants when, like, not really a rant, but like he.
Oh no,
he gets
very emotional. Yeah, we talked about this last time. I was like, bro, you go hard. He's like. What did he say? People defriend him, or he defriends people? I can't remember. Like,
no,
it gets that serious.
Likely,
they probably defriend him over it. Yeah, and because I remember he said, like, I don't know, some of the comments I've seen on his shit, I was like, oh, you guys go serious, bro.
But sometimes I post stuff for him, just to rile him up a little bit because I like that interaction. But mostly I post stuff for, like, just people talking trash on the Raiders, like on like. For no reason, like there's other teams you can, but I guess KC and, you know, the Raiders are like, I guess.
Big rivals,
yeah. But which doesn't make sense because, like, you would think they would kind of like, because they had Marcus Allen at one point, you know, and then they had Bo Jackson with the Royals.
Now that you think about that,
So you kind of, but I get it. It's the beef, so, I mean, I like to
I wonder how that became a beef. You ever thought about that? I've never thought about that.
Just probably when they played in Oakland, a lot of people just fighting each other or whatever.
Yeah, I heard Oakland Stadium is fucking wild, dude.
Yeah, well,
I had a cousin that went there to watch a game. Got like beer poured on them and shit. Yeah, they had to escort him out.
No, it's crazy there. Dodger Stadium gets crazy. Yeah. Pretty much. Well, that's the thing about California is like, well, first thing first. So the size 11.5 ring. So we kind of like made a bet. Like I told him, I was like, so if KC loses this and that, or if they win, you know, he wanted the Super Bowl hat. But the other day I talked to him, I was like, dude, I'm not gonna get you the hat, but I'm gonna get you this. It's a replica of the Super Bowl ring. So it's like, yeah, I'd rather get him that than, you know.
Oh, so you owe him a ring?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I mean, they're not that pricey, but I think that would be like a better gift than, you know, the hat. So yeah, that's hilarious. No, but see, California, there's no, like, this is what I like about Kansas City. Like, they're diehard, they're diehard Royals fans. They're diehard, you know, Chiefs fans, like
Yeah.
no matter what.
I would say Chiefs probably. I guess there's a lot of Royals fans.
Well, after, because when my wife moved here, it was when the Royals won
Series.
the World Series,
Yeah.
so there was a lot of like
Yeah,
royal blue
yeah.
going around.
Definitely a lot of bandwagon.
I
was one of them. I was one of them. I bought a jersey.
Nice. Yeah. I wasn't really into baseball at the time, but I did remember when they win.
I wasn't either, man. That's the thing is like I never really could get into baseball.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's just, I guess it's cool if it's in the background and I'm at a bar and I have nothing else to watch, but it's just like kind of boring.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, now they made it more interesting because they only have like, I think 20 seconds to throw a pitch. So it's like they
really?
have to. Yeah.
You see the timer. Go. Okay.
Yeah, you see the timer go off. There's like 10 seconds.
That's good because sometimes a baseball game would go on for like 4 hours, dude. 5 hours.
That's one thing that people didn't like. But yeah, California, there's like tons of like different types of what do you call it? Like fans of different like everything. There's not one team except for the Dodgers that that everybody gets together for. But there's like, you know, Steelers fans, there's Rams fans.
Right, yeah.
There's a lot of Cowboy fans. Mostly like the Cholos.
Oh,
they rock that star.
Yeah, I remember back in the day. Is that one that's still going on?
Yeah,
nowadays?
It's still going on. They rock that star. They rock that jersey.
I remember I had some friends that were Cowboys fans. Didn't know one player on the team.
Yeah, I think it just had to do with the color. I think it's because there's the blue and white or whatever. But
dude, that's the same thing with the Raiders fans in Kansas City. I had a buddy of mine. He used to wear a Raiders jersey all the time. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, why do you wear that? I've never seen you watch a game in my life. And he's like, I like the colors, fool.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Nice, yeah.
I guess I get it. I mean, I like black. It's one of my favorite colors. So
no, they
I
have
get
the
it.
best
You know,
colors.
they do got. I give them that. They have a nice jersey. I give them that.
Kansas City, when they wear the red and white, dude, is so nice. I love that color. Yeah. I don't know, the yellow kind of just throws me off a little bit.
Red's cool, but I got pale ass skin, man. Red's kind of hard. Red's kind of hard on my skin color, man. It's just, I don't know how to explain. It's all right. It's cool. Yeah. I like the all white jerseys. Those are nice. When they wear the white on white.
Yeah. I like those too.
Because I got a couple of, dude, I stopped wearing jerseys, man.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I used to wear them all the time. I have a bunch of them. They're all sitting up on that shelf right there.
Nice. Yeah, folded up.
Yeah, but I think I'm going to shadow box some of them. But I don't know, man. I'm more wear like hoodies now and T-shirts. I don't know. Something about, jerseys and, you know, you never know how long that player is going to be there and shit. And then you got to get a new one. And it's just like, another man's last name on your back. That kind of weirds me out too now. It's like, and I don't want to fucking knock anybody that does it. You know what I mean? It's just, I'm weird when it comes to that. And another thing too, like I never had a problem. Like I floated out of football for a while, man. Mm-hmm. Like, and I don't know. I know a lot of it rubbed me wrong during all that COVID shit. Sure. That kind of rubbed me wrong, you know, and all the stuff that went on with them in the NFL. And then, you know, back in like, I want to say like 2012 is when I started watching UFC. And I might have caught a couple fights before that, but really started watching. Yeah. It's hard to watch football after that. Yeah. I don't know why for me. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, you know, for some reason I've just gravitated more towards just watching a lot of fights. I do like the like playoffs and Super Bowl times. That's fun. Spend time with family, watch the games. That's all cool. But I don't know. I just kind of floated out of it. You know? Yeah.
Well, I'm the opposite. I just got into it.
Oh, really?
Like not like.
So you weren't a lifetime Raiders
I wasn't
fan.
Like no. Well, when I was a kid, I got like gifted a bunch of Raiders stuff, but no, I never really grew up in like sports or anything or watching anything, not even soccer.
Really?
Yeah. So,
what about boxing or anything?
Boxing, we would watch whenever like Oscar De La Hoya would fight.
That's what I watched growing up with my dad.
Yeah. So, you know, they'll pull up the pay-per-view, or whenever I'd go visit my grandparents in Mexico, it should be on all the time because they get like free pay-per-views out there.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's dope, bro. I didn't know that.
Even in when I was in Korea, we would watch all the pay-per-views for free. It's like a channel.
Damn, that's some bootleg shit.
No, it was like it's just like for the military people.
Oh, that's dope. Dude.
And in Korea, like they watch a lot of like UFC. You go to like I would go out. I would go off base to get haircuts, and they have it on there, but they blur out the blood.
What?
Yeah.
Nah.
I mean, yeah, for real.
That's crazy.
They blur out the blood, so it's like, but that's like when you're off base and they're like cable or whatever.
Oh,
But on base,
on base, they don't care. Yeah,
nah.
that's
So
crazy, bro. They blur out the blood, man.
yeah, they blur out any like
Yeah,
graphic stuff.
yeah, they like to blur out a lot of shit, man.
Yeah,
Some people say they blur out their porn too. I don't know. That's what I've heard, but
yeah. I don't know. I just know they blur out a lot of things out there. They're very like
they'll blur
conservative.
out blood, bro. Like
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's crazy,
Yeah.
man. Grown ass man watching a fight that's blurred out, man. That's
Yeah,
insane.
there's a lot. Yeah, because martial arts is big out there, especially Taekwondo.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, didn't really grow up as a sports guy. But when I met my wife in high school, her brother was in football. She was in cheer, so I would always kind of like watch it, but I would be like, I'm not really into it, so I would kind of like mess with them and be like, yeah, football's trash, and then, and then these last couple of years, living here, I kind of like had like a bonding moment with my father-in-law, so we just started watching a bunch of games, and I finally understood the plays and
was he a
what
Raiders
everything
fan?
means. Yeah, he was a diehard Raiders fan.
And you're from California?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's from California too. Where he like they lived in California, and my wife was born there too, and then they moved to Oregon and had the rest of her like 2 younger brothers.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, he was a diehard Raiders fan. So I mean, we'd always kind of like mess with them too. But I became a fan after he passed. So just to remember him by, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now I kind of like go along with it, especially the people who talk trash. But yeah, no, we bonded a lot over football. Just something to do.
Yeah,
when we're not
it's
working.
nice, man. You know, you're grilling out. You know, you're with the family. You know, you kind of it's a moment where everyone kind of is, you know, focused on one thing. You know, everyone's cheering and you know, it's a good feeling. You know, a good bonding experience.
Well, that's the reason why we're out here too. Was a Raiders versus Chiefs game.
Oh,
we
really?
bought him, or not we, but you know, my mother-in-law bought him tickets to come down here and watch. I think it was in like January, one of those games. It was cold, but yeah. So they went out, and then they came back, and they were like, "We're going to Kansas City." Sold the company out there, and then moved shortly after that. Yeah,
that's dope.
Yeah, so that's the whole reason why we're here.
What did he like about here?
Well, mostly my mother-in-law. She just loved how it looked, like I guess, you know,
probably
the vibes of everything.
Probably cheaper too.
Well, yeah, that too. But she just, I don't know, she just fell in love with it. Like, I don't know what it is out here, which I kind of like it too, because it's like slower. You know, it's like a slower pace. You know.
Oh, bro, you ain't got to tell me. I just left California, bro. Like, we were out in San Jose, and dude, we be in traffic. I'm like, God,
oh, I know it.
Damn, man.
Dude, I was in traffic last night coming back from training, and I was like, dude, this is horrible. But then I thought about all the times in California.
Yeah, you ain't lying, dude.
Yeah,
like you think 35 is bad? Go down a highway.
That's where it was too.
Go down a highway in anywhere in those metropolitan areas in California. It's wild.
Yeah. You know? Well, I used to when I trained in California, I used to drive from my house to training. It would take it was supposed to take like 25 minutes. It would end up being like 40.
Jesus.
You know, 40 there, 40 back. Mostly because I had to take the back roads because of the traffic. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what I do here too. It's like 40 minutes to training and back.
Did you meet your girl in California or here?
Yeah, California.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
okay.
we.
So you guys were together there. Then her parents went to that game in Kansas City, and then they decided to move. And so I'm guessing you went as well.
Yeah. Well, at that time, I was getting ready to leave to basic training.
Okay.
So, that was like the end of 2015. You know, for Christmas, she gets some tickets. They fly out, and I was set to leave on March of 2016. So yeah, they came back. They're like, you know, we're moving to Kansas City. Like, and everybody was just like, all right. You know,
damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, they sold their cleaning company there, and then they just packed up and came. And
It wasn't hard at all. Like you guys, I'm sure you guys have family. Like
Yeah.
your
Like I was
family.
leaving already, so I didn't really care
Uh-huh.
because I was gonna marry her.
Uh-huh.
So wherever she went, I was
Yeah.
automatically gonna go.
But was it hard though leaving? I mean, sure you got family in California, right?
Yeah, no, it was hard at first, but
Like your parents live in California.
yeah. Well, all my siblings live in California except for two. One lives in Idaho, and the other one lives in San Antonio. So no, it was hard at first, but I was like, dude, I gotta get out of here. Like it was that like if I don't leave, I'm gonna be stuck in this like constant, like wheel that's just gonna, I'm not gonna go anywhere in life. So I was set to leave. I left, and then they finished packing up and moved out. They lived in Lee Summit first, and then when I got here, they lived in Kansas. Lived in Leawood.
Leawood.
Yeah.
Nice area.
Yeah, it was a decent area. It was like, but it was like in the area where like it can flood.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like that.
Like a flood zone?
It's right next to that dog park, where they just finished building like this. Like you'll see it. It's like right off of a state line. It's like,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And was that post military or?
Yeah, that was post or when because I came.
So you had already gone to Korea and all that stuff?
Yeah. So I went through basic and then
Did you do that right after high school?
No.
No,
it was like I think it was like 20 when I left.
Oh, okay.
So I turned 21 after we graduated the schooling, and then they were like,
"What'd you go in? What military?"
It was Army. It was artillery.
Oh, okay.
So basically, it's a 13 mic. So basically, what we do is we sit in a launcher, and then we like shoot rockets. That was pretty much. Drive it, yeah. Drive the tank,
bro. You make it seem nonchalant, bro. That sounds dope as shit.
Yeah, it's cool, but you're like, it's a 3-seater, and it's like very, when we go out to the field, you're wearing your full gear, and you're just like stuck in there. You got to sleep there, and then it was cool. Like
was it like a little tank?
No, it was like a 40-ton vehicle, so it was
okay.
Yeah, it was on tracks, a 3-seater, so it was me. When I got there, I was the driver. So I was the driver, and then our gunner who shoots the rocket. Yeah. And then our chief. So he'd be up on the hatch and kind of like look around, close the hatch, and then we shoot the rocket.
But it was on tracks. It was like a little mini.
No, it was pretty big. It was like a big.
But what's the difference between that and a tank?
Well, the tanks are a little more condensed. They're a little more like smaller, and then. Okay. But this vehicle was like, it was just like huge, tall, set on tracks, and then it hold like either 2 big missiles or 2, we'll call it 6-pack, because it'll hold 6 in each pod. Yeah, so it'll hold like 12 rockets at once.
Really? That's dope, man. How long were you in the military for?
Not that long. I kind of got into some. When I got back from Korea, I kind of just had like a drinking problem. So
really?
Alcohol related, got me kicked out. So yeah, so
that sucks.
Yeah, I kind of like, kind of derailed my military career due to. So that's why I don't drink no more. So
yeah, drinking's it's fun, man. But ain't nothing ever good come out of it, man. I'll tell you that. Yeah. Well, most of the time, some people are good at controlling it, man. But I had the same issue for a long time. Yeah. Like. Through my 20s, dude, like if I was drinking, it was to let's go. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, because what the fuck's the point? And I don't know, man. It's just when you're young too, like you don't think about a lot of stuff. You do a lot of stuff without really thinking it through. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the alcohol just gives you that liquid courage, and you start doing shit that you normally wouldn't do when you're sober. And yeah, man, it's just.
Well, mind you, I turned 21. When I got to Korea, so it was like, he was like a drinking, legal drinking age. So I kind of went out, and it was a lot of, I drank a lot of like their Korean alcohol, soju. Yeah. So I was like, but when I got back to the States, I was in Washington, and then, I just got into some trouble, and it got me.
Hey man, sometimes things happen and you learn from it. You know what I mean? I mean, that's all you can do, best not to dwell or anything on it. If it happened, it happened. Fucking
Yeah.
move on. You learned from it. You know, at least you're not committing the same mistakes again.
Oh,
you know?
100%.
Do you like
Yeah.
you're like full on, you don't drink at all anymore, or
Yeah,
you
no,
not
I
at
don't.
all? Okay.
Like,
Yeah. I respect that, man, because that's hard, you know.
yeah, I mean, it was hard at first, but it was just like, that's my thing. Like, if it doesn't like bring joy to me, I kind of just let it go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, it was hard because I was, because I was kind of like drinking just to like kind of numb myself a little bit. Because when I was in Korea, it was like Trump just got elected. It was in 2016. Trump just got elected. I was, I want to say like 13, 14 kilometers from the DMZ border. So like Kim Jong Un was being active. Like he was, any little thing he did, we'd be, having to get ready to go to war. You know, there was a lot of like, there was a lot of like, talk to your family and let them know, what's going on, but not what's going on, but just pretty much say your goodbyes, pretty much.
Oh, really?
So like when 21-year-old, not really like used to that stuff,
Yeah.
kind of messes with you.
Oh, I'm sure, man.
Yeah. So for like the whole year, I was just like, it got to the point where you kind of just numb it out. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, if we die, we die.
Yeah.
You know?
Did you guys ever get into anything over there?
No, because he would always throw towards Japan or test his whatever rockets he would. And we would have to, like, so every quarter we'd get, like, on ready battery, we'd just, like, get ready to go to war, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, no, he didn't really do anything crazy, but there was, like, people riled up about Trump and, how everything's gonna go to crap, blah, 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 so, yeah.
You thought it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then plus probably the back and forth too of messing with you guys. It's like get ready and then nah, and then every time you're like, what the, is this shit gonna happen or not? You know what I mean? And you're like you said, you're 21, man. I can't
by myself out there too.
Yeah, that's crazy. What made you join?
Well, I had to do something. Like I wasn't cutting it at like this dead end job I was at.
Did you ever try school? Like
I tried. I tried to go to it's called UTI, Universal Tech.
Like a technical college.
Yeah,
like
it was so pretty much for like mechanics. But I was working from 4 to 3, and I would have to get home and nap, and then schooling started at like midnight to I think 1 in the morning. And then I had to...
School was from midnight to 1? That's weird, man.
Yeah. So they had like those weird hours so people can get,
So they can still work and then go.
Still work and then, but I wasn't able to like keep up with that. And I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't, So I was like, I'll just go the military route. So...
How long were you in Korea for?
A whole year.
Just a year? Okay.
Yeah.
It's a long time though, man. A year, shit. You think just 1 year, but then when you're out there, I'm sure it's like, damn, I feel like you live there,
Yeah, no, you get acclimated.
Yeah. How'd they treat you guys over there?
They treat us good, but there was some, like, I think the more closer you get to like Seoul, like the center of Korea, like people started getting a little more weird. Yeah. But we were kind of like away from all that, so. We're pretty much next to like village people who like make their own kimchi, like ferment all that stuff, grow cabbages. So they were kind of nice. Yeah, they're all about like respect out there.
That's cool.
It's weird. Respect your elders, pretty much.
Yeah. Definitely a different type of environment, I'm sure, than some places over here.
Oh yeah,
a lot of places over here.
Yeah, but it was kind of like sad though, because outside of the base was like. Bars, but in those bars were like, I think pretty sure they were trafficked.
Oh really?
Yeah,
trafficked women.
Yeah, paying off their debt because they would go. All of them
kids too.
Yeah. Sometimes they'll sit there and just talk about their family back in Thailand or wherever they're from, and it's just sad. But
Yeah, I've seen videos like that, bro. Like on YouTube, like there'll be a guy that's videotaping walking through somewhere in Brazil or somewhere in whatever Asian country, or and just all these chicks are lined up, dude. And it's like, damn, man. It's like, okay, let people do what they want, but we got to be honest. And I bet a majority of those women were probably fucking trafficked since they were probably kids. You know what I mean? That's the sad part. Very messed up. There was a podcast I listened to with Andy Stumpf. I don't know if you've ever heard his podcast. Man, he had a guy on there that was a CIA intelligence, or he's one of the.
Is it like Mike Baker or something?
No, this guy was, man, whoever he. I can't remember his name. I'll look up his name during this. But I mean, you want to talk about a dude that looks like he's been through some shit, and the way he just talked and looked, and it was just like he looked like his face. How they show them guys like before war and after war, that type shit. And he was like, so he was undercover. And he would go into these pedophile rings. Jeez. And he would have to be like the dude that's purchasing, gonna do whatever he was gonna do with the girls. And he would go in there and he would tell the girls like, hey, give me the information. How'd you get here? Who's running it? All this shit. I'm gonna come back for you. And I still remember because it sticks to me to this day. He told a girl that, and she looked at him and she was like, everybody says that comes in here, that they're going to save me, Yeah. They never come back. No. And so he was like, no, I'm going to. He's like, he was trying to explain to her what he's doing. Yeah. He gets out. He takes all the evidence over. They didn't do anything. Yeah. His superiors. And, I don't know what the reason was. To me, I think it's bullshit, but he says he still thinks about it to this day, man. Like, whatever happened to her, right. I mean, it's fucking sad, man. That whole, there's so many documentaries out about that stuff, dude. Operation Underground Railroad, that Sounds of Silence, I think it was called, that movie, that got so much shit. I don't know why.
I think it was Sound of Freedom.
Sound of Freedom. Yeah. Sound of Freedom. And it's just, it's crazy, man. It's for people to think that that's not going on in the world, man. Yeah. Like, it is. Yeah. It's fucking real. Yeah. We can stop it, but we don't. For some reason, we focus on other shit. To me, that should be priority number one. Definitely saving kids, man. Because some of the stuff I've seen on, you say you listen to a lot of podcasts, right? Like, you can hear raw stories, man, that aren't from the news, that are censored and edited because we don't want to disturb people and you fear them, and but man,
fear mongering.
They need it, but we need it, because this shit's real, and all you're doing is hiding it. Yeah, it's all you're doing. Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. Some of that shit that goes on.
But to think about what she said, that everybody says that.
Because think about some of these sick fucks that go in there. I'm going to take you home and I'm going to save you.
That's what I'm saying. She's at that point, she's already lost hope and this is my life. I know, bro. This is.
It's messed up. Sad. That girl has to perform sexual acts with these fucking dudes. Yeah. And it's not she's just, it's my job. I want to do it. It's that they're forcing her. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's messed up, bro.
Numbed out already.
Yeah, numbed out already, and has already gave up on life. And that's horrible, dude. I can't imagine.
But I wonder what goes through your head or what goes through their head that's pleasurable. Me paying.
I've wondered that too.
To do, acts of whatever on this person.
People are sick in the head.
Right. Yeah.
Dude, even now trending on porn sites and shit, bro. It's all that violent fucking, I want to punch this girl and hold her and tie her up and all this weird shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like BDSM type
stuff. Bro. It's how do you get turned off on pain? Now, if you want to be a little kinky, that's up to you. You know what I mean? Yeah. But if you're trying to inflict pain, bro, the woman looks like she's suffering. Something happened to you when you were younger or something. Or you just fucking weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's too much. I can't remember that dude's name. I was trying to find it right now. I'm on his podcast, dude, because I really want to shout that dude out. Oh, Glenn Devitt. Hunting sex traffickers. He's an Army veteran, former member of the Department of Homeland Security.
Yeah,
so it wasn't CIA. It was Homeland Security's hero, human exploitation rescue operative. So, dude, Tom, listen to that podcast, dude. That shit fucked me up. Yeah. Like all of those dudes, Sword and Scale does. Like they go really bad, dude. Like where, and not bad, and like I mean, it's good that they show it, but like bad as in, like they play like evidence of audio clips of like children going through horrible shit, man. You know, like you're sitting there listening to it, wanting to fucking kill one of those guys. You know, it's just it's messed up.
But wasn't there like a thing in New York where like they found like a bunch of like CP stuff, and the officer who had to watch and all that, like watch all the videos to like, you know, try to figure stuff out.
Oh, did he kill him? The one that killed himself?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think I heard about
allegedly
that.
Killed himself.
Yeah, allegedly. Yeah. Bro, dude, mentioning that now, like I couldn't do that as a job. Yeah. How do you look at shit normally? You know what I mean? Like, how do you sit there, bro, and know that the next morning you got to go and watch some 5-year-old getting molested?
Yeah. Imagine coming home to dinner after that. That's
and
crazy.
Looking at your kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, that's fucked up. Or knowing that, I mean, shit, in that movie, Sounds of Freedom, they said something about like 1 million people consume CP.
Dang.
You know, like it's something crazy. Yeah, it's like millions.
That's a lot.
I don't know the exact number, but I know it's a lot because when I seen it, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know?
Even like 10,000 is a lot.
Hell yeah.
But millions?
It's messed up, bro. I don't know what it is, bro. And it's weird how they're moving this towards this being okay with it, you know, nowadays.
Minor attracted person.
Yeah, bro. Like that Tom DeBlas guy kind of put stuff out about that stuff. And I think it was Jeremy who actually introduced me to him, was telling me about him one time at the gym to look at his content. And I've been following him since. And
he
dude, I love that dude, man. Like posting real shit, you know, like stuff that should be trending. Yeah. In my opinion.
I like him because he posts a lot of like or he always like tries to help people out that get bullied.
Yeah.
Or like cops. He sees cops like, you know, either cops like succeeding in taking the person down or failing, and he just wants to help them.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's really cool. He's always been like that too. Like ever since I followed him, he always posted like stuff like that. He's always been like real.
Or like that last one, which is kind of messed up because I used to like listening to that dude. Not because I thought he was cool. I just thought he was funny. That prison guy.
Which one?
Sam Watson. I think his name is, or something Watson.
Oh, Wes Watson.
Wes Watson.
Yeah.
That dude's podcast used to crack me up, bro.
Yeah, no,
me and some
hilarious.
dudes at work used to listen to him.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, if you don't want to be someone's bitch, don't fuck up and go to prison. Or he would just say crazy shit. He's like, if you don't want to shoot drugs up your ass, don't go to prison. I'm like, God damn, dude. Yeah. But the other day, he was, or I don't know how long it was, but Tom DeBlas put up something. It was him like kind of bullying these guys.
Was it
on stage?
Yeah, I think it was a Fit and Fresh. It was
Fresh and Fit. Yeah, Fresh and Fit. And they were kind of like he was making these guys, and I didn't listen to the whole thing. I listened to some of the clips, but it seemed like they were just trying to say like money and success doesn't define a man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, they were kind of like, because like Wes was saying like, dude, you need to have material things. You need to have like a 10 out of 10 girl and have drive fast cars to be like a man, pretty much. Which like, you know, if you're into that, then you know all you. But that doesn't really define you as a. That's not gonna like progress or like. Yeah.
And ask some of those men who have that and they're fucking miserable. They want to drive their Ferrari into a
or
fucking
they're
pole.
Down doing BDSM and getting pain torture.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Bro.
So it's like, but I was like listening to that clip, and the guy over here was making a lot of sense. But he was like, you can tell that Wes got frustrated and started like
just making fun of him.
Like that was his defense instead of like, you know, this and that is you know, X, Y, and Z.
I don't understand guys that get all. I mean, I guess I've been there at my time in my life where you kind of you react off of emotion.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably the worst thing you can fucking do, man. Like, you react off emotion on anything. It's probably not the best way. You need to calm down, look at it, you know, hear people out, you know, and just work something out. And also, I think what's helped me, I just respect others. You know what I mean? Like, even if I don't agree with them, I've had people on here that we've had discussions where I don't totally agree, you know, but I'm okay with that. Yeah. As long as you're not making me do something or forcing me, you know, I'm cool. If you want to have your Lamborghinis and you're a 10 out of 10 chick and blah, 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 and that makes you happy, hey, dude, that's awesome, man. But, you know, I've also seen people who don't have shit and they're happy. Oh, yeah. So, you know, you can't tell me that that defines a man, you know. Yeah. Everybody lives their life the way they want. And even myself, man, like I've noticed the more money I make doesn't necessarily make me happy. Yeah. You know, I've noticed I've found hobbies and things that I like that have kind of helped me cope through life. Yeah. You know, jiu-jitsu, working out, stuff like that, you know, little things. And, you know, because a lot of the times, man, people don't see, you know, this whole grind culture of, you know, hustle, work 17 hours a day, all this shit, you know, focus on money and not really your family and priorities. Yeah, that beater guy or whatever his name is. I don't know him. He's V something. He's like this like short, like, I think he's like Israeli or Jewish guy, but he talks about that grind mode. It's like, you have to put in like 60 hours a week and this and that. But you can see what he looks like, and he's just like horrible. He's like gray hair. He's like, and he's like young, and he looks like, you know, he's like been through the ringer. Yeah. That's one thing I like about jiu-jitsu. And how much did he give up to have that?
Oh yeah, no, he gave up like a lot. I mean? Yeah,
like, and no not everybody wants to have that shit, bro. Or like, ask some of these successful people, do their kids love them? You know, or do they just know dad buys us stuff? You know what I mean?
It goes like way back too, like with kings and stuff. You see how their kids turn out. You know, like. Bro. I think it was Bin Laden's like kids are like way worse than what he was. Really? Yeah, or something like, I don't know if
because they're like entitled and they were given everything. They have to work for shit, you know, and then they were probably held on a pedestal because they were his kids, you know, and you just your like your journey through life is not real compared to like a normal, well, I can't say normal because I don't know what normal is, but just your average Joe, you know, that has to actually go through shit and earn his way into the world. And then also learn that he has to earn it in a way, but doesn't have to earn everyone's respect at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's weird how life is, man. It's like a fucking zigzag. It's not necessarily straight, you know?
To me right now, like life, I'll be happy when you're like financially free. Yeah. You know, when you can go to a restaurant and like not worry about what stuff costs. You know what I mean?
Dude, I say that
all
the time.
That's happiness right there.
It's funny you say that. I say it all the time, bro. I'm like, I don't want money like to where I got a mansion and Lamborghinis and all that shit, because I know the cost for that. Yeah. Like a majority of the time, you're going to have to give up time for your hobbies, time for your friends, time for your family, time for everything, you know. It's a trade, and your health too, a lot of the times. And I just want to have enough money, like you said, to not pay attention to prices on the menu. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's it. And that, to me, it's not a lot of money. You know, that's just not living paycheck to paycheck. You're comfortable. Yeah. You know, you have a nice size house, you got a nice car, 2 cars, you know what I mean? Your kids have what they need, your wife has what they need. She doesn't have to work if she doesn't want to. Kind of how I feel like it was at one time, a long time ago. You know what I mean? And things just kind of shift. You know? And now it's like fucking hard, man. You know?
Yeah, there's a shift in everything right now. But like I said, you know, some of our clients are like, you know, high end, you know, like millionaires, but they drive like a whatever car. But they have like their expensive cars for like, you know, stuff like they earned. Like, you know, a prized possession, like, you know. But other than that, they're just driving like whatever, like living their life like whatever. And
you drive through some nice neighborhoods, you see some basic ass cars, bro.
Yeah, well, I've seen a lot of basic cars. Like and then you see
because they're not flashy, bro. They're smart about their money. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, And that's what keeps longevity,
Mm-hmm.
especially finance-wise. You're going out there buying a Corvette and Lamborghini and all this shit. It's like got bling and, Versace, That shit could burn out after a while.
Yeah, I've known people who have all that material stuff and they don't live in a nice house and asking for rides. And,
oh, yeah, bro.
But they're dressed to the nine, you know what I mean? And they can't get rid of that stuff because that's what they're holding. They do what it, you know what I mean? Get rid of that stuff and like start from scratch again.
Yeah, that's just gonna hold you hostage, man.
Oh yeah.
You gotta live a little more free than that, just but you learn that as you get older.
Sure.
You know what I mean? When you're younger, man, you know how it is, man. It's like you're trying to impress everybody around you, make it look like you got stuff, and it's just when you get older, it's like you stop caring, less and less and less you care. So
and when you got kids too, it's just like you shift your focus towards them.
Oh yeah, bro. Oh yeah, especially like, you just want them to have good health, and when they ask for something, and I'm a big believer you shouldn't give your kids everything.
Yeah, in moderation.
Yeah, moderation. But you at least want them to feel like they had a good childhood.
Yeah.
They were able to have the bike they wanted. Or were able to go on a vacation once a year or something. You know what I mean? Like at least have a balance. You know, not buy them everything that they ask for in the store. You know, so. But yeah, man. Shit, where were we going with that? We were going pretty long for that. I forgot where I was on track for a sec. Oh, you said you lived in California. Is that where you started doing jiu-jitsu in California?
Yeah. Okay. So I lived there. I lived there all my life, pretty much. I started jiu-jitsu at 18. Because my buddy Jose, because I used to. After high school, I kind of started like working out and stuff and just, dropping weight and just getting, buff or whatever. And then there's this dude, Jose Nava, who showed me like what jiu-jitsu was. And my first class was it was a Eddie Bravo seminar.
Your first class was an Eddie Bravo seminar?
Yeah.
Damn,
so
bro.
Went
What's
to
the
that.
luck on that?
Dude, it was pretty
Did you know who Eddie Bravo was
I didn't know who Eddie Bravo was at the time.
Man,
hold
that's
on.
Crazy.
I got it.
No, you're good. No, we take a break if you want.
Yeah, I got to answer this real quick.
You're good. But, all right.
Wait, what were we talking about?
What were we talking about? We were talking about jiu-jitsu. You started
okay. So, Eddie Bravo seminar was my first time there. And then
what year was this?
This was it was December 2012.
Okay.
Yeah. So I went there, got choked out, got beat up. And right there I knew, I was like, dude, muscles ain't going,
Yeah.
But I just fell in love with it. Like I said, I didn't grow up doing sports. Because I'm like the youngest of 7. And like, immigrant parents. Yeah.
7? That's crazy.
Yeah. So my mom had me.
My parents had 5, so I ain't too far from me.
Yeah, my mom had me when she was 35, so I was the last one. So yeah, we weren't really a sports family because.
So your siblings didn't play any sports?
No, well, my brother did like basketball in high school, but that's about it. And then.
Did you guys kind of like roughhouse a lot, like
Kind of, but like.
Because I feel like the youngest always kind of gets all the shit,
Yeah, kind of, yeah. But I was kind of like, because I was like the youngest, I was kind of like neglected a little bit because
really?
they were just trying to get by. Like seeing it now, they were just trying to get by.
And how old were the age differences? Like,
my oldest sibling, she's like 46, 47.
So there's like big.
48, yeah. From the oldest to the
yeah. Oh, I guess that makes sense because like my youngest is 18, and then I'm 32, so that is a pretty big age gap, if you think about it. Yeah, because when I moved out, shit, my little brother was like a small child. You know what I mean? I guess I don't think about that because I was the oldest. Yeah. So I just don't think about it. You know what I mean? You come from the opposite end. Yeah. Where you're the youngest, so.
Yeah, so the age difference between the youngest of us is like 5 years from my older brother. Yeah, because he was born in 90. So yeah. But yeah, no, he got married at 16, so we didn't really hang out,
Yeah,
as
he kind of
much.
grew up fast.
Yeah, so I grew up like alone pretty much. But yeah, no, Jose Nava showed me jiu-jitsu, and I just started going with him after that. Like we would go, I think we try to go every day, but for sure like 3 times a week.
Mm-hmm.
And then
What was your buddy that got you into it? Was he? How
he
far?
was a blue belt.
Okay. And he was lifting with you?
Yeah. So
Okay.
he was like, so in my block, there's like different streets, right? Like 2 streets down, I used to hang out with these dudes. They were my older brother's friends, but since he got married and left, so I ended up hanging out with them and just lifting weights. And they played baseball and stuff, but we had a friend, Andy, who worked at the gym. So, we'd go there and just talk with him, and we just got to learn each other a lot. And then Jose started coming around, which was my brother's friend too, but I didn't know him. He started coming around, and he would wear these 10 Planet Riverside shirts. And I was always so curious on what that meant. Like, what's jiu-jitsu, what's this? Because I would watch UFC, but I didn't like really pay attention to it, because I remember when like Chuck Liddell was fighting was like a big thing. The tap out shirts, Affliction were like a big deal.
And that was like more stand and bang type
shit.
shit.
Yeah. And with like Tito and all those. So when he took me to a seminar. He's like, dude, you want to go? I was like, sure. It was like on a Saturday. We went there, and then I was like, dude, this is cool. I started going with him after that. But I would go with him because he would go by himself, right? So I would go with him just to like, be like a second person and just talk and just, whatever on our way there. But I would kind of like sit back because I didn't sign up yet. I'll sit back and kind of wait till like, when they were done like drilling and stuff, and, roll after. But then,
oh, you wouldn't drill with them?
No, because I wasn't signed up yet. And I was just there to like, so I would just sit there and watch. Gotcha. Yeah. Cause he would go early to do stand up. So he was getting ready to like start fighting.
Oh, okay.
He was trying to cut down to like 135, I think. He was like 150 at that time. So that was like around from December to like, I want to say March was when I signed up. I signed up in March. But when I signed up, he got hurt. He dislocated his shoulder during drilling. And I remember I was waiting for their stand-up to be done so the next class can start. And he was like, dude, I got to go to the hospital. I was like, dang, dude. I just signed up and went to the hospital. Was there with them. And then he kind of like fell off, and I kept going. So.
And what school was this?
This was 10 Planet Corona.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I kept going after that, and he was kind of recovering and kind of, fell off a little bit. But
yeah, it's hard after an injury.
Yeah, it sucks too, because he was like right there. He was like pretty much almost a purple belt, and so he basically stayed a blue belt, and I think he just started.
Did he ever
lifting.
go back?
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The blue belt blues, man.
Yeah.
It's real.
Yeah, it is.
It's real. That's crazy though, man, that you like no sports background and just fell in love, and just to see how amazing you are now at jiu-jitsu, like coming from no athletic background.
That's the thing I love about it, because I was like not.
Because you probably heard about it, like once they started telling you what jiu-jitsu was, you're probably like, man, I ain't never gonna be, good at this. You know what I mean? I'm sure that went through your mind.
The whole white belt.
Because you never did anything athletic before, Yeah. And then look how just sticking to it, what it did for you.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's the thing where it's like I fell in love with it, because it was like something I got good at, something that something I was pretty proud of, you know what I mean? Because like you're not good at anything in life, and it's kind of like motivated me to like move forward in life, and it kind of gave me more confidence, I guess I can say that.
Way more confidence, bro. I've talked about this before, man. Like when you see like a guy, like a picture of a guy or girl that walks in and does jiu-jitsu, and you see them at like even blue belt, but like especially purple and brown and up, they look like a complete different human being.
Yeah.
It's crazy, you know? And I'm not even talking about like sometimes like physique wise, but overall the way they stand and the way they look and the way they
carry themselves.
Yeah, the way they carry themselves with just high confidence, man. It's amazing what that sport can do for an individual.
Yeah, definitely. And that's why like I started, I think like the past year I started going consistently to stand-up class just to, because again, like I started doing stand-up and I didn't know anything. I didn't know how to throw a punch, throw a kick. I'm still learning how to throw kicks, actually.
I know, because everyone thinks they know how to.
See
someone who actually knows how to,
Yeah, so it was like a whole completely different like mind shift. And then like it's crazy because we're basically like fighting each other without having that beef. You know what I mean? So like it's good to like get the stress out. And
and it's a nice controlled environment. You know? Like you can, like you still get that kind of butterflies in your stomach right before you're about to spar.
Yeah.
But like at the end, you're gonna be all right. You may get a little beat up here and there, but you're gonna be all right because you're gonna take care of one another.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Definitely.
That's the cool part. And especially, you guys up at 10 Planet, because, you go to 10 Planet Kansas City. I mean, you guys do an amazing job at, making sure that everyone's like, it's not one of those gyms you walk into and they're just like, gonna just run you through the ringer and beat you up. They're gonna take care of you. So.
Yeah, that's what I like too. Mainly I've been just sparring with James a lot because, not a lot of people go like on Tuesdays. Sometimes just me and him. Lately it's been 3 other people too. And we kind of get that one-on-one. So I learn more because he's obviously good, and I'm absorbing what he's he's doing, what coach is telling me to do. So I feels like when I got into jiu-jitsu, like it was like I was brand new, and then.
So is that where you stayed at 10 Planet Corona for how long did you go there for?
I was there till I got my blue belt, and then I kind of stepped away a little bit because there was that kind of cult mentality a little bit, especially towards the Gracies. Really? Yeah, especially towards the Gracies, because at that time it was during, I think Metamoris 2 was about to happen, or Metamoris when Eddie and Hoyler went at it again. So there was a lot of like
conflicts. Was that the second one?
Yeah, there's a lot of like...
Because I know there was 3, right?
No, there's 2. The one in ADCC and then the Metamoris one.
Okay. I thought they went 3 times.
No, it was twice.
No? Okay.
But yeah, there was a lot of... But I stepped away and I joined a gi school, and I did that for like maybe, I want to say like a year or 2, and then that's when I left the military.
Well, and you don't have to go in detail if you don't want to, but what do you mean by like it made you kind of just, it just kind of turned you off? Like
no. I was just personally dealing with stuff. Like,
okay.
Yeah, okay. And it didn't help to have that mentality. Like I needed to, shift my.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I needed to shift my head a little bit, because I was at that point where like I was confident, but too confident. You know what I mean? Kind of like cocky a little bit.
I see what you mean.
So yeah, which my father-in-law helped me a lot to kind of get past that. But yeah, then I met this dude Griffin, church dude, and he showed me, where he went, and we just started training together, got close a little bit.
Yeah, because you were how old probably at the time?
At that time, I was like 20. Yeah.
That could definitely...
18, 19, 20. Yeah, it was
I could see,
crazy.
because I mean, shit, I didn't know any jiu-jitsu, and I had a fucking chip on my shoulder. I can't imagine actually, starting to get good at an actual martial art now. And then, dude, you could sway both ways, and then depending on environment too, who's around you, is it, are things kind of influencing you to be that way, stuff like that. So that's good, man. I'm glad you were able to, like people were able to talk to you and kind of help you make steer you in a better direction.
Yeah, I had to like, really not hit rock bottom, but really like humble myself, and that's kind of helped now. And like in life because I'm able to like you said, learn off those things.
Yeah. And so you went to you said a gi school?
Yeah, it
Okay.
was US.
Did you take some time off?
I did. I had to, just recollect myself, and then
Got you.
yeah, this place called USKO, I think. Yeah, they're like a karate school, so like they're like whatever Fifth Dan or whatever, like family owned place, and they did jujitsu and Muay Thai. So we would have like our own little corner on the mats, and then the Muay Thai people would be over there, and it was cool. It was like also like a workout gym too, where you can. It was nice because they had like everything, like a gym.
Muay Thai's the shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like if I wish there was like a Muay Thai gym like closer up north. I think the only one I've ever seen was the one down at the West Bottoms. They have like a low kick. You ever seen that? Yeah. That shit's crazy, man. Like just the way, like you ever watch like a One Champion? Yeah, bro. Like even on Instagram, bro. If you follow those Muay Thai guys, like what's that one famous one, dude? Everyone knows. I can't remember his damn name. Do you know who I'm talking about?
He
that
just
Asian
fought
dude
too.
from Thailand.
Yeah,
He's
he literally just fought like on the last
Rod Tang. Yeah, that dude. That dude is fucking crazy, bro. Yeah, like just to, I don't know how them guys do it, bro. Like I don't understand how their bodies hold up from just the training.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I'm getting beat up in jiu-jitsu, bro. Like hurting. I was telling you about my shin. That's somebody touches it, I'm about to collapse. You know. These dudes are kicking the shit out of each other, like every day.
They fight like every weekend too.
Yeah, dude. What are they like 300 and like dude walks out, he's got 300 wins, 50 losses.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's been probably fighting since he was like a kid.
I think that's probably it. They're starting like when they're young, but also they're not like consuming foods that with like inflammatory foods. So I think they stay in shape.
Right.
So,
but I mean, the body has to. The older you get, I mean, because I'm sure you feel it from being in your younger 20s to your late 20s.
Lower back problems all the time.
Hell yeah,
shoulders.
Yeah, shoulders. The back's the big thing, man. My lower back, oof, man. But also too, I mean, those guys, a lot of them, that's all they do. That's their job. You know what I mean? So they're able to probably work out and do all that stuff too, you know, and take care of their bodies a lot more. You know, like when you're working and doing a martial art, it's hard to be able to work and work out and do this martial art and take care of a family. And, you know what I mean? So your body, like, do you ever worry about that? Like, are you able to try to fit in a little bit of working out, or are you just doing just jiu-jitsu?
In the mornings. I have to do it in the mornings if I do. But
it's probably not as consistently as you want, is it?
No, not as much. But I try to do it, especially like if there's like a training camp coming up. For sure sauna. I sauna a lot, and
that's good.
A lot of cold showers and stuff.
You a cold shower guy?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Even in the cold, I
try to do a cold shower. Like, and I'm not a hot shower guy. I'm like a medium.
Medium.
You know? And it's funny because my girls will hear me whenever I'm in the shower, just because I could probably do like maybe 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And that's a long ass time.
Yeah.
And that's just a shower. I can't imagine the ice baths that people do.
Yeah. No. Well, the key is to like dump your whole head in. That way you can get your like body
acclimated.
Yeah, it gets acclimated, but to get like the full effect, like you have to suffer.
Or James was even telling me the ones that are even worse are like the ones with the jets.
Yeah.
Because your body's not able to form that layer around it that keeps you warm.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's a constant cold. But I'm a cold shower guy.
How long you stay in a cold shower? Like
well, I do it in the mornings to wake me up. So it's at least like a 2-minute, and then I get into like a hot shower and get ready for the day. Yeah. But just to wake me up and just give me that alertness.
Yeah.
But I try to stay away from inflammatory foods, stuff like that, and just recover as much as I can. Usually taking a couple of days off kind of helps a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and rolling my back out, but.
Yeah, like have you always been like? Did you catch yourself at one point going too much?
Yeah, where like your mind is not really in it.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of.
Or you're going like 6 days a week and you just feel beat up every time you go.
You just feel, you just feel like you don't enjoy it as much, you know. So like taking those breaks kind of helps.
Yeah, and it
Just
gives your
reset
body
the
time to
mind.
heal too.
Yeah, mostly like if I can reset the mind more than the body, will kind of follow a little bit.
That's probably why people get burnt out, like
Yeah.
when they first start, because like it's so addicting, and you want to get good, and then you have like people that kind of went there day one with you that are getting better because maybe they can go more. You know what I mean? Because I've dealt with that. I was talking to you about that, before we started, about how like some of the younger guys, when I started, I was able to do pretty good, and keep up, and now these guys are just blowing me out the water. You know what I mean? Because they're going 5-6 times, and they're 21, and they're working out every day, and they're just. I feel like 10 years is just a huge difference in age. You know, and it depends on the person too. Maybe it's just me. There's
genetics too.
Yeah, genetics. Like my buddy Ryan. I mean, he's older than me, 42, and he's purple belt, but so it's a little different. I'm kind of talking white belt to white belt, but like he does very well. Even with the age gap. So age doesn't always matter, but I feel like it does sometimes on the same level, like white belt to white belt or blue to blue. Sometimes, I don't know if you feel that way too.
Yeah, well, we have some of our white belts are like older people, and they're now blue belts rather. And there's just like this dude Ron, he's a blue belt, and he like trains like outside the gym, and he's just like he's like a big motivation too because he just gets after it. And it's like seeing that kind of makes you like motivated to like kind of keep pushing forward. But it also just excites you because like you know that they're gonna push it in training. When you're drilling, you can kind of like put the pressure on them just to help because they kind of help you while helping them. So it's like there's a lot of like really good older people in our gym.
And I remember when I started at your guys' gym, you were a blue belt at the time.
Yeah, that's right.
And you just got your purple belt. I think I was there when you got your purple belt.
I was at the BMAC seminar.
Yeah, I was there then. Yeah, because I got to meet him. I remember that. And it's crazy to see how much he's blown up, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's wild. Because I remember that seminar when I didn't know who he was. And now to see how, he's like commentating.
Yeah, ADCC, doing all the fight pass, I think the EBIs, combat jujitsus, and then he does some other stuff. But yeah,
he's really blown up, and I love his YouTube instructionals.
Right, the women in jujitsu hacks.
Dude, they're fucking dope, man. Really dope. And he always has badass gear too. I think he goes through like, what's he through? Is he through the X Marshall? What's that website called? Do you know who that is?
I think so.
I have a rash guard from them. I have like a Starbucks rash guard I got off of that website.
Yeah, I think so.
But he's got cool ass gear, dude. That's one thing I've liked too in jiu-jitsu, man. The gear's really gone like to another level, bro.
Yeah, I remember when
it used to be kind of shitty.
Yeah, well, when I first started, like rash guards weren't really a thing. We should just train in shirts. Like we had ring shirts. Yeah, like our white, white, blue, purple, brown, black, and we would just show up in our ring shirts, and then we just started wearing. I remember when I first wore a rash guard in a competition, and it was just, dude, it was like dehydrated and sweating. It was hot.
Oh, man,
you know what I mean? Bro. Yeah, I wasn't used to it.
Yeah, just stuck to your.
And it was like during California heat, so it was like,
how many guys grabbed the shirt?
Quite a few.
I'm about to say, dude, it's probably hard not to, dude. Yeah. It's kind of weird. It's like all up in the way. You're getting caught in it. Yeah, and then I guess you could wear like a size down, or so it's more skin. Yeah. That's crazy. I never thought about that. Because when I started, there was already rash guards. I think I started in 2017. So.
Oh yeah, by that time there was already those Ninja Turtle rash guards, New Waza. New Waza was like New Waza Apparel. They used to have like Ninja Turtles. They would make like just a bunch of different stuff. And so a lot of people started to follow, but now it's starting to become a little more Level Black or whatever.
Bro, I like that one. Yeah, Level Black or Black Level or whatever it's called.
Yeah, their stuff is pretty good.
B Team, where's a lot of that?
B Team.
Bro, I want Craig Jones leopard shorts, man. They're always out of stock, bro. Every time I look on there, they're always
I think
out of stock.
James might have. I think he has a couple leopard ones.
Does he?
Yeah, he's always up to like, up to date with the gear and stuff.
Yeah.
And he wins a lot of those contest on, like post share.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
He's won a couple.
I've seen that. Yeah.
He's James. Yeah. Every time James goes out, he brings me some gear sometimes. So I'm like, dude, man. Yeah, he's so cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
I have some shorts that I got. I can't remember what they were from. I got them over there. They're like black with like red lettering on the front. They were cool, man. But for some reason, that brand, they had like horrible customer service, man. That's the only thing I hate. It's like when you don't reply back to emails and shit, to like help out. Like, cause sizing's always weird when it comes to gear.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you got to watch out for, especially if they use like a cheap, rash guard. It's always like tight or whatever.
Or thin material or shit. Or like sometimes sizing's hard, dude. Cause like I wear a large in a rash guard, but they vary.
Yeah.
So just vary in size. But dude, what do you think about that CJI shit that's going on?
Dude, I think it's awesome. Yeah.
Hold on. Have you seen the Khabib rumor? That shit's fake, right?
Yeah, it is fake.
Okay. I was like, what? I seen it on there, and because, Craig's been like, trolling. And different people, he's been trolling, but he's also been throwing out like who's joining next. And then I seen a Khabib one. I was like, bro, that's got to be fake. That was a fake
one. Yeah, because I know they put, I think they put Islam in one of them too.
Oh, really?
No, but I just saw today they just picked the Rotolo brothers. Yeah, they're gonna be.
What? Dude, those
one's
are
doing
amazing.
Yeah, one's doing above 80 kilograms. The other one's doing under.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
They picked up a lot.
Imagine if they both win it.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
Let me ask you this: so they're doing the above 80, below 80, right? Yeah. How much does weight play a factor, though? Still,
it just depends. I mean.
Because, you're talking about a possibly, what is 80 kilograms in pounds?
I think it's 185 and up. Yeah.
So a 185 to like a 235. That's a big difference, I feel like.
Dude, you'd be surprised. I don't know if you saw the last EBI Absolutes. They had this dude, Ryan Aiken, who's just been crushing. He's been winning. He was the 2-time middleweight champ, and now he's the absolute champ. Mm-hmm. But he took out New Waves Jiu-Jitsu Giant. This is his Instagram handle.
Oh yeah, the one that hangs out with Gordon Ryan all the time.
He's 303 pounds.
Holy shit, he's a big dude.
6 something, and Ryan Aiken's maybe like 220. So it's like not that much of a difference, but it's a difference because this dude was tall. Ryan Aiken's like maybe 5'11".
What did he get him with?
He beat him in overtime. He choked him out. Yeah. He took the back.
Naked?
Yeah, rear naked. Yeah, it was the bottom of the first two. But
I guess that ends that debate: back or mount.
Yeah, back or mount. But
have you ever heard? What was it? Hodger and what's the dude the smart guy that dresses in a black tie, all the black suit?
Oh, Lex Friedman.
Yeah, Lex Friedman. They had a big argument about that, about mount and back, which one was more superior.
Yeah, and
I think Hogan kept saying the back, and he kept saying mount, or vice versa. But I'm not a fan of mount. I'd rather take the back.
Yeah, the mount's good if you're like, good at arm bars, good at, catching.
Big guys though, you get bucked off.
Yeah.
Quick, man.
Yeah, you just got to be, learn how to get your base down, especially on top.
That's probably my problem, because I always say big guys, but I'm 215 pounds, so I'm not small, and I still get bucked off by these guys.
Yeah. It's just you got to like the more you roll with the bigger guys, you kind of feel when they're gearing up to push you.
Right. Timing.
Timing.
To be able to clamp down and kind of base. Yeah.
Yeah, because you want to clamp down to kind of bait them into them trying to push you, and then you use that to,
It's just hard sometimes because you're also trying to attack.
Yeah.
Because, you don't want to kind of be sitting around. I guess you can, but I feel like the more time you give, the more they have an opportunity to buck you off or bridge or whatever it is,
Yeah, that's why when I play mount on, we just got this D1 wrestler.
shit.
that signed up like I think 2 weeks ago, and he's like I want to say 6'5".
Damn.
And I don't know how much he weighs, but he's a big boy, and you just have to like learn him and what he's still like new, like the wrestlers kind of do the wrestler thing.
Is he using his wrestling or is he trying to learn jiu-jitsu?
He's trying to learn jiu-jitsu. That's
good.
what he signed up for. But you can't get.
I know, but you know
rid
how
of the
some
wrestler.
guy. Yeah, I know, but like we had one guy. He was a D1 wrestler that came in. It's funny. He came in and he had a white belt on.
Nice.
And I was like, and I didn't pay attention until we went to roll at the end of the night. And I looked at his ears and I was like,
yeah.
I was like, bruh,
Yeah.
Did you forget your belt or something? Because I didn't know he was a D1 wrestler.
Yeah.
I was like, is that a loner belt or what is that? He's like, no, I'm a white belt. And then we start rolling. But he didn't use any wrestling at all.
Nice.
And it's funny because after I learned that he was a wrestler, I tried to shoot on him a couple times.
Yeah.
Dude would look at me, bro. He would just be like, shake his head. But he was a cool dude, man, because and he went to cast iron, I think it was, but he was a cool dude. He actually like tried to do jiu-jitsu, and for some reason judo. He really liked judo, so he'd always try to hooch him out of me all the time.
Nice.
But it's cool, like when you have guys like that actually want to learn. You know what I mean? Like the jiu-jitsu, like not just rely on the wrestling to dominate you.
Yeah, and this dude, that's all he wants to do. That's what
dope.
he said. He just wants to do jiu-jitsu. He doesn't want to do stand-up or anything. Just
hopefully he lasts, man, because those wrestlers, man, we get them in too, and we've had a couple of D1 guys that come in and then they just kind of go away.
Yeah.
So, and I get it, man. I mean, if you've been wrestling since you were 5, it's kind of hard to have that burning desire to continue grappling. I mean, you already know it. I mean, well, what's the reason? You have to really want to and love jiu-jitsu in order to want to stay. Because I mean, to be honest, I think quite a bit of people start jiu-jitsu for the confidence and the self-defense aspect of it. You know, so that's kind of that burning drive. At least it was for me. That, and then once I did it, I go, okay. I like that it gives me this confidence, but it also humbles me as well, and it also, when I'm in this, I'm not thinking about anything else. Like it's like a release from all the bullshit outside. I don't have, I'm getting choked out or I'm trying to choke somebody out. You know what I mean? So I'm not thinking about work. And,
That's
problems.
the thing too. Like if you go in with that mentality, you kind of like go far with it. You know what I mean?
But I'm saying I didn't go in with that mentality. I learned that mentality from over time. Because I went in more to it as like I thought it was really cool, and I hated being somebody on top of me. Right. Because I felt so. Yeah. I mean, even a guy that doesn't know jiu-jitsu, if every fight goes to the ground,
feel vulnerable.
Yeah, you feel vulnerable because you don't know what to do if somebody's mounted, getting ready to fucking hit you in the face. So I always knew like that was key. And watching, documentaries and seeing how jiu-jitsu was, from the UFC 1 and how incredible it was then and how it's changed people's lives and stuff. And so when I first went in, it was more for that. Right. But then I learned over time, like, oh, there's way more to this.
That's what I learned that too late in too. Yeah. Because I used to just think about jiu-jitsu 24/7 when I first started.
I bet.
But like now, dude, like I just go do what I do, like focus all my energy there. And then once I'm out those doors, like
live
it's
your
like
life.
I kind of leave it there.
You know what I mean? You've put in so much time though, man. I mean, think about it. I mean, if you said you're 29, so 9 years of pretty much.
I've 9 years consistent, but it's like 11 years.
11 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
That I've like, okay. Since I started.
So you started at like 18?
I started at 18, right after high school, yeah.
Right. Okay. Did you do anything in the military? Don't they have like...
Yeah, we did combatives. I made it to semifinals.
What's the difference with that and just regular jiu-jitsu?
There's no difference. Well, there is a difference. It's mainly like they show you a bunch of gi stuff, but no. But when you're out there,
is it in a gi?
Well, in our uniforms.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
So there's like a combatives tournament where like you basically go qualify, and then you go represent your unit battalion or battery, your unit. But I did that. I was I was I made it pretty far. I made it to semifinals, and then I was just gassed out because I wasn't training. I just went in there with my basic knowledge.
Do you go in there with like boots and shit on too?
No,
Or?
no. It's just a uniform.
Like jeans or the camo pants you guys wear?
Yeah, you just
and
go in there,
like
but
just bare feet.
Bare feet. Go in there. With our pants, our top, and then obviously you can use. It's basically
You can
wearing
grab
a
on.
gi.
Oh, so it's like wearing a gi.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it goes to that, but when you make it to the finals, it turns to pancration. So you wear the shin guards and you just open palm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's dope, man.
It is nice. Yeah, you go in there, it's nice. It's quiet. It's the finals. The spotlight's on the mat, and you just hear the smacks.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But that's how there's a...
And people would think that those don't hurt. Those hurt. Like,
oh, yeah.
Open. Boss Rutan was a big...
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, he used to hit you with just a straight, like, palm. But, they have that. Like, they still have it to this day. It's like, there's a program with, like, it's cool. Like, I wish I would have probably pursued it. But you become the combatives, like, teacher. And that's your job. Just literally
That's dope.
Being a teacher all day. Yeah.
That's dope. Dude.
But it sucks you don't get promoted as much. I mean, you get your time in service, but you're not getting promoted as, like, a regular person would.
You're
right. But I wouldn't mind that if you're just teaching people combatives and you're basically the trainer. Much.
That's dope, man. Yeah, I remember my buddy Joe was telling me that it's more pressure the way they teach combatives. Like more of you want to be on top rather than pulling guard.
Yeah. But they don't. I remember in basic training, because we had to do that course. It's just straight up basics stuff that, if the other person doesn't know it, you can get them. Like, the arm bars weren't tight, but it was, like, effective. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was weird. It was like, I was definitely, like, thrown off of it, because it was like, this, in reality, it wouldn't work. But you can't just go in there and be like, this ain't gonna work. You just
how
have
do
to
you
listen.
feel? But speaking of that, how do you feel about jiu-jitsu in itself compared to like a reality? You know, everyone gives shit to jiu-jitsu about how it's not realistic.
Yeah.
I mean, you see all those comments like, but in a real fight.
I think it's effective because you can, take a person down and hold them down, and like kind of like de-escalate the situation,
right?
And stuff like that.
Because we see a lot of those videos on Instagram of guys
but also,
doing that.
like, if the dude has a knife, you don't want to pull guard. You kind of want to get that knife away from him first.
Right.
Because I've seen videos of dudes getting stabbed and they're pull guard, and that's the end of your life. You know what I mean?
If you pulling guard out in the street, you wild.
Yeah.
You're wild, bro.
Fuck that. So it's like, it's pretty effective.
Yeah,
I think so.
Well, and I think also too, it's like if you're training even 2 to 3 days a week, you're constantly feeling a situation of a human to human contact in I don't know what word I'd use, not a violent way, but in a physical altercation like scenario.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's your buddy, but you're still both kind of going at it with each other, and it's pretty much probably the only martial art that you can go that hard for that many days a week. You know what I mean? So
because you kind of it's a realistic, because you're actually trying to choke each other out. You're basically trying to kill each other.
Yeah.
And with the tap is you're letting you killed me right there. Like,
what did my old coach used to say? It was like a simulated murder.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Yeah. I mean, pretty much.
Murder.
You know?
Yeah, I heard that before.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the beauty of it, man. And I agree too. I think everybody always says that shit like they wouldn't be ineffective in a fight, or if I punch you in the face, what are you going to be able to do? But you'd be surprised on what you really can do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially if you don't train.
Yeah.
At all.
Oh yeah.
Like, one, you have to hit that person. So good luck.
Yeah.
How physically fit are you? How long these guys are rolling for 5 rolls at the end of the night for 5 minutes apiece.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure their cardio is pretty decent.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just, I think it's just that false confidence, man. That false
Yeah, well,
reality.
it's just like that too, because like people like the West guy, like because he's buff, he thinks he can basically knock people out. I mean, what you can if you get a clean shot or a cheap shot.
Yeah,
or
everyone can get that lucky punch. Yeah,
and that kind of like boosts their confidence. But if you don't know anything, and that person takes you down, you're helpless.
Yeah, go try to punch Tom. How do you say
Tom DeBlas.
Yeah, I always mess up his last name. Try to punch him.
Yeah,
I'm sure he doesn't. I'm sure he will let you try.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, because I've seen a lot of videos of in altercations and people take him down. Like there was this dude who trains in 10 Planet Vegas. He's like, I don't know what he does. He works like a bartender or something, but whatever. It was like a club incident, and he like held the person down in like a triangle, top mount triangle, and then just waited for the cops, and it was just like de-escalated everything because I guess the dude was just being crazy or whatever the altercation was, but like he used jujitsu to hold him down. And then there's that video that went around with they try to break in that gym, they try to rob some. You haven't seen it? So there's like I think it was 18-year-old blue belt who like
I feel like defended. I came across, but I didn't watch it.
Yeah, it's just like a security camera footage.
Did Tom DeBlas share that one?
Probably. Yeah, I know it was a 10 Planet gym, and the dude, like these dudes came in to rob him, and he just defended himself with jujitsu and just like.
What'd they try to rob him with?
I don't know.
I
probably Dang,
bro.
I know
at that point though.
Because you see him walking through the door, like if they were knocking, probably, and just open. Like, oh hey, what's up? You never know.
Yeah.
And then they came in, and then he just did what he did.
Dang, bro. That's scary.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah, I'm lucky enough I haven't been into crazy altercations like that.
Yeah, you ever had anybody test? I'm sure you've had maybe friends or something, or
No, I remember we're at this music festival last year. There's this dude. It was at the Monarchs baseball field.
Okay. I
think, right? That's their name? KC Monarchs?
I know they're KC. I don't know if they have a baseball field. I don't know.
It was next to Legends. It was in Legends. This dude was... Or
is that the T-Bones?
I'm not sure.
I don't know either.
I just know it's a baseball field.
I know what you're talking about, though. I've seen that baseball field.
Yeah. This dude was, like, drunk, and he was, like... It was weird, because, like, he was... It was, like, a uncomfortable PDA, right? He was making out with this chick, and it was just, like, making everybody uncomfortable, and they were, like, just bumping into everybody. Yeah, it was, like, super weird. So he kept getting close to us. And we kind of just get moving away. And so we're right next to him, right? So I'm standing here. My brother-in-law and his wife is behind me. And my other sister-in-law. And I guess they were bickering. And I just feel like somebody tapping my arm. And I turned around. And they were like, two like rams, head to head like that. And I stopped and I like got the guy and I kind of like pushed him by his neck a little bit. And it was like, no, my beef's not with you. My beef's with him. I was like, nah, bro. Like, and then shortly after, cause I was ready. I had like situation, awareness of where his hands were, his buddies were. So I was kind of looking around waiting. And then the sheriffs or cops come and they take him away. Yeah. But that's just like as close I got to but.
No, that's good, man.
I think he felt, when you feel like a hand to your neck being pushed back, I think that kind of like...
Oh, yeah. Like he's quick to grab you that quick. Yeah. It's like, oh, shit. You know?
But it was crazy. Like, and then, like, I think we saw him. He was outside waiting for his friends.
Well, plus, too, I don't know if they've probably seen your ears as well. But
no.
That's always
this indicator. Is new.
Oh, really? That just blow up?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. I had 11 years and... Now I finally got something.
And then I get mine in 6 months.
Dude, yeah. Well, that dude that like talks trash about the Raiders, he's like a white belt and his ears are just like, dude's crazy, cauliflower ear, but he's like a white belt. And there's nothing.
Who is this?
I don't know this dude.
He's a white belt and he talks like at your class?
No,
your school?
No. He's trained ski somewhere.
Oh, really?
But yeah, like. I thought he was going to be good because I was like, I don't mind the trash talk, but it's just funny. Like he's the one. I basically like throw it out for him and Josh. But when I rolled with him, it was just like, dang, dude, like you have these ears.
But see, the gi, dude, I'll tell you what, that gi's gonna fuck up your ears more than no gi.
Right.
Because that's what I learned. Because I didn't have any cauliflower. Whenever I think I had a spot when I was
Mm-hmm.
going to 10 Planet, and then man, I want to say either 4 months or 6 months into being at Helion, someone got me like in a fucking triangle or something.
Yeah,
I ripped out of it, and
that's
their fucking pants just fucking caught me, dude. That shit blew up like a ball, bro. I had to drain it like 20 times, and it's still fucking,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah, Coach Jeremy said he's like, dude, you can drain it, but it's just gonna get back.
Yeah, like you got to put magnets and all that shit, but then you're still going to train. I did wear headgear for a little bit. That did help. But I wore the headgear more because it hurt like a bitch.
Yeah,
man. It was like anybody who touched it, and then I had people flicking it and shit, and I'm like, all right, bro, I'm wearing headgear.
Yeah, but that's the most common, like story you hear people being caught in a triangle and they rip out.
Trying to rip out of it. Yeah. And now it's just ever since I got it, it just continues. It's like going down, down, down.
Really?
Like it's slowly like this one puffs up a lot, like after a while, but this one,
yeah, I got nothing here.
I don't know if it's maybe because I use that side of my head more. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah. No, I use this side more, but I don't know. I think lately we've been drilling a lot of like in stand up, do a lot of takedowns, so I use that side more.
Yeah, and that's what I do because even when I go to like shoot for a single a lot, my head's always on this side on their stomach. So
when you first started, I got comfortable around you because you reminded me of like just people in California. Like you have that kind of vibe. Like you would fit in.
Oh yeah.
If
Appreciate
you lived
it.
like in Orange County
Really?
or even in the Bay Area,
Yeah.
you would fit in like because you ride bikes, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're a biker. Yeah, you're a big biker.
Yeah, I like motorcycles.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that, look like you,
Yeah.
that live out there and drive
Really?
motorcycles. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I've always loved riding, man. I started riding when I was like, I don't know, like 25, I think,
Nice.
somewhere around there. It was like 2016, 2015 when I started riding. But yeah, man, nobody I knew rode. I always liked it.
Yeah.
You know,
you fell in
kind of
love
like,
with it.
kind of like hunting. No one I knew hunting. I just liked hunting. I just started watching YouTube videos and
Nice.
I was like, man, this is dope, you know? So yeah, I have a weird thing, man. It's just like, I just pick up a lot of hobbies, you know, and then some of them stick, you know, some of them don't. And so I got to like distribute my time too. That's always hard. You know what I mean?
I try to do that too now, especially with kids. Like I can't be.
Yeah. What else do you like? Like, do you just do jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, just jiu-jitsu and.
You don't have anything else you like to do?
Damn, that's a good question.
Play video games or?
I tried video games, but I get bored really quick.
Yeah,
so
me too.
my attention span is very like if you have.
I like it for like an hour.
Yeah,
but I'm never gonna get good.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
When the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, I was playing Madden 24 for a while on like exhibition or whatever the easiest setting is, and I would just pull like these crazy scores. I think it's like 100 to like whatever against the Chiefs with the Raiders.
And then you
send
play
it to
online.
Josh. Yeah, I'll send it to Josh and be like, dude, this is how it should have been, and just get him riled up. Yeah, he's like, who hurt you, bro? And I was like, that's so funny. No, not really. Just work and family and just jujitsu. Yeah, I don't really, I've just lately I've started playing like adult softball.
Oh,
just
okay.
to like
that's dope,
on
man.
a Sunday.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier about the history of softball.
Yeah.
That episode will be out. Well, it'll be out before this one. But just the history in Kansas City, especially like for Chicanos and softball in Kansas City was big. And I didn't even know that, dude. And it goes back from like when they brought like Mexican workers up from Mexico to work on the railroad and stuff like that. And other sugarcane stuff. And like they would, the workers are the ones who played. And I don't want to mess it up because my retainage of information sucks. But the way he explained it was just real neat, man. There's like so many different things that led up. And he had like a museum thing on a documentary on it of the history of it. And like they showed the old jerseys and stuff like that. It was dope, man. And there's guys, I had interviewed a guy, Mario Garcia. his family and him, I mean, I think still to this day they play softball.
Dang,
So
that's
yeah,
crazy.
it's pretty neat, man. Like especially over there, like on the west side, I know some guys down there that they play still, in Kansas they all play, so it's pretty neat. I've never been into the softball though. I don't know, man. I mean, it looks like fun. We tried it one time.
Right.
Oh man, dude, we look like idiots. We went out there in like full ass baseball gear on.
Yeah.
Even had baseball on the jersey.
Yeah.
And I thought it was funny. I don't know if the guy who set it up was trying to be like serious, but I thought it was hilarious. I was like, fuck yeah, we're about to go out looking like the Royals.
Yeah.
We went out there and got spanked, dude, by everybody.
Dude, you'd be surprised how like serious these, there's been a lot of like arguments with the ref or the blue, whatever, the umpire they call them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of like I just sit back because I just.
Do they be fighting out there?
Not fighting, but they argue. Like they take it pretty serious. Like I guess like I get it, whatever.
Yeah, I guess that's their
thing. Yeah, but I just go out.
But it's weird in a non-contact sport. There's a lot of aggression.
Yeah,
and then in a contact sport, there's not. Yeah. I mean, I guess I can't speak for everybody's gyms, but jiu-jitsu wise, I don't really see a lot of aggression. Except for the other day, we had some dude in the stand-up in our kickboxing class just teeing off on this fucking kid, bro. He was like 14, 15 years old. Yikes. Dude front kicks him, the little kid. Drops him.
Oh, no.
Yeah, grown-ass man.
Dang.
Probably in his 30s. Big, tall, lanky guy, too. And, my coach, John, he was like, 40%. I said 40%. He kept saying it over and over again. Then dude goes to another guy, starts teeing off on him, hitting him in the back of the head because the dude kept turning. I mean, he doesn't really.
Yeah.
He's all right. He doesn't know a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he turns around and dude just starts nailing him in the back of the head. And then finally, coach comes up to me. He's like, hey, man. He's like, go over there, So I go over there and I just like lay this dude out like 6 times, bro.
Nice.
6 times. One of them dropped him. I hit him with like a left jab. He drops. And as he's dropping, whack. Just kicked him right in the face, dude. And I told I was
you were the mad enforcer right there.
No, I wasn't. No, don't put that out there. Don't put that out there. I feel like I do all right. I hold my own. I like to bang. I like to bang. I'm like that dude on that fucking the UFC. Remember that shit? Let me bang, bro. No, but I went over there, did that, and then I told John, I was like, now imagine if that dude actually got to feel a legit guy who knows what he's doing. Like, and I'm only been doing this for a year and a half. You know what I mean? Like, can you imagine like the damage that, like these dudes are crazy that come in here wilding out and shit and thinking they're some type of UFC fighter, Yeah,
that's crazy. I've every time I spar with people, like I always say, like, how like we accidentally punch each other hard and we're kind of like, sorry, this and that. Like I tell them like, dude, I'm cool with, with whatever, as long as it doesn't come with like malice behind it or like intention or whatever. Like there's times where we kind of, have to amp it up a little bit,
Yeah. I know I'm the guy that does that. I say sorry a lot, like, oh my bad.
Yeah.
But it's because like if I don't roll with you all the time, like I don't want you to.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, some people take it differently.
Right.
So it's kind of hard. Like, if I've rolled with you for a while, I'm not going to, like, we're going to go. You know what I mean? Unless it's like, I really hurt. Like, I know that hurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, then it's different. But, like, but when we're sparring, bro, like, and especially when you're sparring, like kicking, punching, you want to be careful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, like, we're going 40% for a reason, and, you're trying to learn. You're trying to get good technique. You're trying to take care of your partner.
Yeah.
And if you're not doing that, that's messed up, bro. You're trying to hurt somebody.
Try to hurt somebody.
And you could really hurt somebody.
You hurt them, and then that ruins their path, or you kind of ruin the rhythm of, the sparring partners.
Or you turn other people off. Not everybody's there trying to be an MMA fighter. Some people are just there because they like it, and it's a hobby for them, you know? And then... But to me, it boggles my mind because it's like, you're crazy to walk into a gym for your first time and just go ham on somebody, bro. Like, do you not know? Have you never been into an actual martial arts gym and know that people who are killers don't sometimes look like killers? Like, they just look like regular dudes, like what Eddie Bravo or Joe Rogan calls them, like nerd assassins.
Nerd assassins,
like
I've seen a lot of them.
That's what happened to me when I walked into my first class at 10 Planet. I was like, looking around, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, like you think you're gonna see some like crazy,
bunch
bearded,
of weirdos,
like crazy,
yeah.
tough ass dudes, and then these just look like normal guys, and they will fuck you up.
Average, normal. It's crazy because like you don't, like I don't know, like most of our like training partners' life outside the gym. But when we're in the gym, it's like we're just like one big family. Yeah. Like we just, you know what I mean?
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, because you don't really know what their life is. Like, I mean, you have small talk and, whatever. There's some people you keep close. And
usually the people that have kind of stayed around probably for a while, right?
But most importantly, like the people you started with. Like when I got there, I was a blue belt.
What year did you get there?
I got there 2018.
Oh, so shit.
Yeah.
Around the same time I started.
Yeah. So
okay.
Yeah, when you got there, I started there in April 2018. Yeah. But yeah, blue belt. I was a blue belt with James, and then I think Josh ended up coming like later on. And
he was a little bit after me.
Yeah, he started coming.
Or maybe the same time. I can't remember. But I do remember starting with Trenton.
Yeah.
Me and him started at the same time, and it's crazy to me to think like purple belt now, right?
Purple belt now.
That's insane, and how good he is. Yeah,
he's a like wrestler. Like he has some good judo stuff.
Bro, I rolled with him. Too. He came to the class one time before he left.
Oh, nice.
And I got to roll. I think I got to roll with him. I think I did. I don't know. You roll with so many people, you start to forget. But I think we rolled together, and I was just like, damn.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy to think we started on the same level and we were the same, and then what he got to,
Yeah, and he was like,
because he stuck with it.
Yeah, he was student of the game. He's like a quiet dude, very smart, and just.
But even him, bro, I talked about him when I had James on.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect example. Him at the first day, kind of this quiet, shy kid, and then you see photos of him now. And it's like this. Yeah, he just looks more confident,
more radiant.
Yeah, you can see it. It's like on him. You know what I mean? It's crazy what that sport can do for you. That martial art.
100%. But you keep those people kind of close. Like I'm like I can say I'm kind of close with James and Coach Blake and Josh a little bit. I just like. Because I don't have nobody else out here except for my family. Right. I don't have any relatives or anything. So it's like.
How was that? That's all right. Like you just grown to get used to it, I guess.
You kind of get used to it, but it kind of got weird when my father-in-law passed. Because it was like, all right, it's just us. You know what I mean? Like we lost a person in our tribe.
And it seems like you two are pretty close.
Yeah, because he helped me go through a lot, and then I was like, his only daughter, and only daughter's husband, and. Yeah, no, he helped me a lot because we were kind of like similar in a way, but he went through like a lot of, stuff in his life. So he was able to like help me get through that. So it kind of sucked too because like we gave him his first grandbabies. Yeah, because we had twins. So I was like, geared up to like learn from what he was going to teach me. But I think there were like 6 months when he got sick. And then, so I was like, all right, I got to turn it up. Like, it's take what you showed me and kind of not take your role, but not kind of take your role. You know what I mean?
No, but that's what he would want you to fill his shoes, because he's no longer here, to be able to care for his family,
Oh, yeah.
And now you stepped into that role,
Yeah, me and, his son, 2 sons, and then.
They live here as well?
Well, one like got done with the Navy.
Oh, okay.
And he moved here and got married, or not married, but they renewed their vows. And then we have the youngest one who's comes home in October. He was in the Air Force for like 6 years. So because like I said, we have a cleaning company, so it was gonna be me and him in the janitorial side. Mm-hmm. So when he got sick, it was like now I have to take over that. Plus.
Sucks. What happened? How did he get sick?
COVID.
Ooh.
Yeah. So he already had pre-existing stuff. He had like an autoimmune problem, I think. And
I'm sorry.
It was during I was starting to like, what was it? Was it Delta? Yeah, Delta was like the strongest one, right?
I don't know. There was a couple of them that came out.
Yeah, because my wife got sick. We had the kids too, so I don't know if they got it, but my wife got sick, my mother-in-law got sick, and he got sick, and then um, we took him here to what's that hospital on Berry Road? St. Joe's,
St. Luke's.
St. Luke's. Yeah, we took him to St. Luke's, and yeah, he was like basically drowning because he had his fluid in his lungs. Couldn't
so he
breathe.
got like pneumonia. And they were calling it like a COVID pneumonia or something.
Yeah,
like
well,
that.
he had pneumonia when I came into basically their lives again. In I think it was like 2012. He got really sick, so the scarring in there kind of just doubled up.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he went to St. Luke's, and then for like I think it was like whatever 30 days. I think there was no contact or whatever.
They put him on a ventilator.
Yeah, eventually. We came to the conclusion like we got to put him on, and he was getting septic there because they weren't really taking care of him because he wasn't vaccinated at that time.
So they just
I don't, allegedly, I don't know. It could be that they didn't take care of him because of that, or what I mean. I'm not trying to point fingers or trying to. So yeah, he was getting septic, and then he got accepted to go to this other St. Luke's in Westport, where they had ECMO, which is like basically filters your blood, something like that. It kind of filters your blood, and it kind of helps. It's supposed to help. So he was on that for like I think like 120 days or something like that. So yeah, I got to the point where his body couldn't take it anymore, and so yeah, it's crazy. I remember the phone call because my mother-in-law was there like every day. The phone call where she called us and said, it's not looking so good. We all got to go there and kind of say our goodbyes a little bit. So I remember, how my wife felt and how, she collapsed to the floor. And, but yeah, when they pulled the plug, so to speak, I was watching it on video, and it was crazy.
That sucks, man. You guys couldn't even be there for him.
Well, yeah, because we had to work, so we had to, and it was kind of cool though, because there's like.
But they wouldn't. Would they let you guys?
So
because I know there was weird times around that time.
Yeah. So that was the thing. They let us, all the family. They kind of snuck us in on a Wednesday, and then he passed. No, I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday, and then he passed the next day. I know he passed on a Thursday. But yeah, no, it was crazy because it felt like everything was slow motion watching it on video. How the youngest, was like kind of screaming, and how I just kind of stuff that kind of sticks into your head.
Oh, I bet.
But yeah, no, I was at some point I was just like, it can either go either way, so I have to be prepared mentally to go either way, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
I was kind of like mourning him.
Yeah.
Without mourning him. Yeah. Does that make sense?
No, I get it. But I mean, it sounds like he was a pretty like influential person in your life.
Oh,
that,
yeah.
And he taught you, a lot of stuff to help, a lot of stuff you're going through.
Yeah.
And unfortunately that happened, and that sucks, man. And but what you can do now is take care of his family, and lead your life and your family the way he
intended,
helped you with and wanted you to do. So.
And it's crazy because like my son looks like him, and my daughter looks like my mother-in-law. Mm-hmm. So we basically had smaller versions of them.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So it's that was like the cool part. So I mean, it sucks that because my dad's up there in age too, and he's in California. Mm-hmm. So it's like that.
Are you pretty close with your parents?
Kind of, sort of, but you know, I was like the youngest. They were immigrant, or you know, immigrant turned citizen, so they were just trying to do the best they can. You know what I mean?
Yeah, different life.
Different life, yeah. So I mean, we're close, but we're not like close.
Yeah.
Like I was with, you know, with them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just had to step up and still doing it to this day. And then eventually started getting to me, you know, wow, seeing everybody being in the right place.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when it started taking like a toll on me a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
Depressed a little bit. But it's cool, you know, medicine works.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not on some crazy SSRIs, but I'm on like a low grade, you know, something to help me get through it.
Have you tried anything else other than that?
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks because you're pretty active.
Yeah.
So you have that part down. I mean, it sounds like you're, you know, working out, taking care of yourself, but it's still not enough, right?
Yeah, it wasn't. No, it was weird because I've been on it for a year now. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I was like going through like, it was weird. Like I never really talked about it to anybody either. So I was like going through.
You don't have to.
No, you're good. It was like, it was like a dark, weird, dark, like feeling like I was like in this, like stuck, you know? And,
like you have a blanket on you, like a weighted blanket,
kind of,
like you can't get out.
Yeah, like this weird like pressure, like you feel, and then when I got on that medicine, it was just like felt so good. Yeah, like just a release.
Has there been any negative effects?
I don't know.
And no one's mentioned anything that they've seen different from you?
Yeah, probably just more, you know, not so tired, not so worn down. Yeah. More relaxed a little bit. I mean, I still have my days, but like, you know, it helps a little bit.
Yeah, that's the thing that's hard, man, you know, because everybody can say take the natural route, and I would agree.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Go as natural as you can, but sometimes depending on people's lives, and everyone's different, you can't diagnose that for everybody.
Oh,
you know?
No.
I would suggest that for everybody to start, but
I'm not.
Everybody goes through different. Everybody goes through different things, and they may need different ways to get through life than this person does. You know. So.
Yeah. No. Definitely. It's been a big help. Like even, you know, my mother-in-law's on the same thing. My brother-in-law is on some other stuff, but so it's like it's helping.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think for me, it's just helping me get through, you know, the last 2 years of me holding, you know, stuff in, just trying to make sure everybody's cool. So I think, I can slowly taper off, but I think for the meanwhile, if it's helping me get, you know, to a better place.
I would just say, you know, friend to friend, and I know we don't know each other too, like, you know, a lot, you know, but, you know, I would say, don't try to hold everything in. Yeah. You know what I mean? And sometimes when people do take stuff like that, it concerns me that it's like kind of a way to cope. Oh, yeah. You know? Yeah. And I can't say that, you know, for everybody because I don't know. I'm not a doctor. So if it helps you, I'm glad. Yeah. You know? I would just be careful, you know, and maybe deal with some of those things. Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? 100%. You know what I'm saying? Because I go through the same stuff, you know, and in different ways, you know, because we have different stories. But yeah, man, I mean, if it helps you, man, I wouldn't feel any type of way about it. Like, you know, do you know, and who cares what everyone else says? You know, just at the end, you know, also try to work on, you know, whatever it is. And if that helps you work on that, then that's good.
The thing. It's helping me like reflect on it. You know what I mean? Right. And then try to figure out how to get out of it, and then not worry about it.
That's good. I'm glad you're at least focusing on that. A lot of people, they would just want to shut it off. And I get it, bro. Yeah. Wouldn't that be nice? Me, you know, I mean, you know, I'm very honest on this podcast. Money is tight out here. You know, There's a lot of things that, that when you get older, you see in life and it weighs on you,
Yeah.
and, relationships and family, and, nothing's perfect in that. It builds on you,
Oh yeah.
to where
Yeah.
people just snap,
Yeah.
and there is no one way to treat that stuff. There's
No.
just multiple tools that you have available, and you need to utilize them
Yeah.
and figure out how to help you get through this life. Because as you probably know, as I know, you're never going to be fully happy in life. It's kind of a fight.
Yeah.
You need to take those tools and help you fight that to get through life. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
No, it does. Yeah, especially with kids, you're constantly thinking about their next,
or am I a good
their
parent?
next,
Am I doing enough?
I think about that all the time.
Yeah.
But
I know, because you have younger kids. You have 3, right?
3.
I mean, it's beautiful and it's hard at the same time,
But it's cool, dude. Like my wife, she's like a good mother, good wife. Like, she's been a big, factor in my life,
That's good.
to like not, be a reckless person. Like, she helps me, stay, like, she's like a good foundation for me in my life. You know what I mean?
How do you? I know that she's there for you for that, and that is good. But in this world of kind of how people are saying men should be, or kind of how hard it is, growing up as a man and being with your buddies and all the shit that you see that they do to their girls or they do to their kids, or, like, how do you stay on that right path? Having her helps help you, but a lot of people have good girls and they don't do it. They don't be the man that they should to their families.
I think for me, it was like, obviously, having my father-in-law, for sure.
Right.
But I think for me was when I was growing up doing, working out with those dudes. Like, they were older than me, like 5 years older than me. So when I was 18, they were whatever that age is. They already had, like, baby mamas. They already had, and then it was like constant drama with them. Like, they weren't together with their, the baby mamas. They weren't, like, they're always arguing, they're always fighting. And then I would see them, how they act when they'd go out and, have a girl for a little bit. And it was just like, start off good, and then it was just like a constant, like,
repeat.
Yeah. So that was the thing. Like, I was lucky enough that, Jose came and got me out of that, showed me jiu-jitsu and got me out of that. But I was also good enough that I saw that, and I didn't want to be that. You know what I mean?
That's good, because a lot of people would just repeat it even if they see it,
Yeah,
because it's hard. It's tempting as a man, There's other women out there. There's, the men, and how we're geared and hormone, all that shit, testosterone, like it's, and as a younger male in your 20s,
especially,
it's very hard to stay dedicated and make the sacrifices for your family, at such a young age. And, you were probably 26 at the time, I think, when you had your
my first kid.
Yeah. So that's still pretty young. I was 18, you know what I mean? Like, I was, oh man, you want to talk about growing up and learning, you know what I mean? I learned a lot. I made a lot of mistakes. I learned, fortunately for me, I seen my parents and how they stayed together and how they raised their children. So that reflected a lot on me. I wasn't perfect, but I always made sure that my daughter had me in her life, and I was always there every day. You know what I mean? And I tried to grow and develop, and I made mistakes, and I wasn't the perfect parent, but I grow and I try to learn every time, every year, every day, in order to get better. You know what I mean? Because that's what they deserve, and it makes me better as a person, and, to the rest of my family too, but it's hard, it's hard to stay on that path, and you're starting to see that decline, of in society, where it's just, like you said, baby mama, and it's just our baby daddy, it's like, it's,
dude. Well, even those same, dudes that to this day, like, they start, when I was around them, they had just one, and then now they have like 3, 4 baby mamas like now.
And then what's the
That's
odds
crazy,
that the kids are going to repeat? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hopefully they see like, damn, my dad wasn't in my life, or they were split. Like, I don't want that. You know, and I'm not telling people that they should stay with each other if it's not good. I'm not saying that. But let's work a little harder than what a lot of people do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I know a lot of people that, I mean, fuck, man, they have a kid and a year later they're already split. You know, it's like, damn, you didn't even try, bro.
That's
like,
what I was gonna bring up too. Like, I get that. I remember when I had my twins. You start to understand that fight or flight mode. Like, I get why, or like some men can't handle it and they split. Like, I get it. Like, there's a moment in time when they're born where you have to make that decision. Most of the times our decisions go to like father mode. It's time to like, be a better person, etc., etc. So that's what kind of like clicked in my head. But I also understood how, men who can't handle it, it's because they have like something that they're dealing with and they're not like, talking about it, or they're running from it, or they just pleasure over anything.
And that's the quick
Selfish,
fix, right?
Yeah.
But it's not the long-term
No.
fix. And it's honestly just going to cause you more issues as you go on.
Yeah, basically they're running. Whatever you're running away from is eventually going to catch up to you.
Yeah. And I'm not saying you got to start a family or anything.
No.
Like, if you don't want to start a family, that's fine, do you. But if you're bringing children into this world, then you need to make the sacrifice to take care of those children. That's why you should really pay attention to who you get with.
Yeah.
And that's look one thing that's grounded you. It sounds like you got with a great woman that has helped you develop into the man you are. You also had people around you. You also yourself give yourself credit that you also changed, because it's up to you.
Yeah.
You can have all these people around you and they can be telling you everything in the world and giving you the greatest advice, but it's up to you to actually implement those changes.
That's the thing. Yeah. Because you can read all the self-help books, all the stuff you want,
You gotta do the
all
work.
the Jocos, all that, whatever. You have to do the work. Ultimately, that's basically what those books are saying. You have to do the work, or else.
That's the thing, man. And people think they need all this. I need this, and this, and that to get started. Nah, just start.
Yeah.
You have it. It's just you.
Yeah.
You could start it with whatever. You know what I mean? Like, change is not going to happen by you just sitting there hoping it does, or sitting there watching.
Yeah.
That's like a hobby. Like, man, I really love motorcycles, and all you do is watch YouTube motorcycle videos.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you ain't going to do it until you go out and buy one and learn, or whatever it is. Jiu-jitsu, everybody wants to watch martial arts and UFC and all this stuff, but nobody actually wants to go and do it. You know what I mean? Like, you got to go and do it, in order to grow.
And I think that's where like jiu-jitsu comes into play too. Like, only you can make yourself better.
Yeah.
At jiu-jitsu, only you can get out of, because it's basically just that's the one thing too I liked about it too, because it was like, it's not a team sport. It's a team sport because you're all training together, but it's not a team sport when you go out to competition. It's up to you.
You're by yourself.
Yeah.
When the lights come on, or even in training, you can be around your team and your coach can be helping you, but you have to listen and implement the changes.
And listen to it, not have this ego.
Yeah.
Like, that's one thing, dude. I'm so glad and thankful that I don't have any bad habits, and I just go in there and absorb everything I can. Even with the little time I'm there, it's like I take advantage of all the little stuff, the little help, the little like tweaking of something. Yeah, and it's just
like your position and maybe your pressure, or the way you clamp, stuff like that. Like the small details.
Like grab. When you're doing a Kimura, grab the palm, just little stuff like that. Or,
that make a difference. Yeah. Like even the other day, I don't know if it was Americana or Kimura from Mount, but, our coach showing this motorcycle grip, like where you turn it, or reverse motorcycle or something like that. Like even that makes the biggest difference, and you're not going to be able to retain all of it at one time, but it's cool how jiu-jitsu is, because at some point it'll circle back and then you'll add that detail and then it'll circle back. That's why it takes so long to get so good. When you see a black belt, it's like,
put in
that
time.
dude put in time.
Either
That's why he's that
yeah.
good, you know. And he had to tweak. You know, his armbar was probably shit when he was a white belt, and now it's on point, or whatever move he gravitates to.
Yeah, he either put the time in or he's just had a lot of mad time.
Yeah,
it's just either or. Yeah, you show up, you're eventually gonna get the black belt. That's the thing. Like once you get your like purple belt, it's like just don't stop.
Yeah,
you're right there to get your black belt.
Yeah,
and it's just like you're basically a black belt if you keep going.
How'd you get over the blue belt blues? Did you have any of that?
No, that's
because they talk about it so much, you know.
Yeah, no, I mean I get it, you know.
Because what do they say? Like a very small percent. It's like very small percent even start, and then a very small percent actually get to blue, and then a small percent even a smaller percent gets past blue.
Yeah, I think it's
like lower than 1% or 1% or something.
I think what it is that, you know, you're so excited about jiu-jitsu that you feel like the blue belt kind of just it's like that's like your end game. Like, oh, I got the blue belt.
It's like your trophy.
I got, you know, I got my first, you know, gold medal. It's like, dude, I'm good.
But then it's probably a grind after that because it's not so new anymore.
No, it's not so new anymore. You're also you're a blue belt now, but you're still getting tapped, and it's just like,
and now you're a target.
Now you're a target, and you're getting discouraged or whatever. But you have to push past that.
Yeah, that's hard trying to stay humble on the mat.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna lie, it irritates me sometimes when I get caught in shit. But I have to remind myself, like, bro, this is just jiu-jitsu. Chill the fuck out.
Yeah, you know? No, that stuff, like within time, you kind of get over it. Because I get tapped a lot. Especially like when I'm rolling with younger dudes or white belts, I kind of slow it down a little bit, and I slow the whole roll down. Like I'm in control.
Oh, and sometimes you get caught.
No, well, yeah, sometimes I get caught, but I slow it down too to teach them to like be patient. You know what I mean?
I had to learn that a lot, and I'm still learning that.
Because you have like these spazzy people. It's like, they're spazzy, but like you get them in, like, say you take their back, and then you slowly put that choke in, and then they're just like, dude, you're so calm. Yeah,
well, like, white belts, bro. Yeah. We're making you ready for the streets, man. That's like, my next instructional.
I'm like,
white belts getting you ready for the streets.
Yeah, and then they're always like, dude, you're so always calm, you're so relaxed. I'm like, dude, you just gotta, you know, that's how you like see things. That's how you can, like, you know, get ready for your next move, or just start thinking about other stuff. Don't just.
I got a buddy that says he likes to roll with the white belts because it does put him in a scenario of not knowing. As they say, once you get higher up in belt, you guys kind of know what they're going for and stuff like that. It's almost like not choreographed, but I think you know what I mean.
Yeah,
like, it's kind of. I'm not saying it's not hard roll. It is, you know, but when it's like white belts, it's like they're just fucking, you know, like you said, spazzy all over the place. So it's kind of fun, I guess, to him sometimes. That's what he explained it to me.
I like, you know, when I'm rolling with.
But I see what you mean is teaching them control and to slow.
Yeah.
Because even I've seen myself probably day one of trying to, I mean, you know how many times my coach said to be like, hey, Gabriel, slow down, chill out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't know. You think like, man, I want to get the fastest to this position. And then you don't realize that you're leaving so much room and so much air, you know, wait for them to, you know, slide their knee in or whatever it is. Like you're not, jiu-jitsu is such a slow, you know, pressure, you know, hold, you know, move,
like
neck,
anaconda,
It's like, you know, you don't have to be like that. Some people it works for them, maybe.
Oh, no, there's no time and place for it, especially in competition. Like if you're constantly moving, you're eventually gonna get that back, and then
if you got that gas tank,
Well, like the Tackett brothers, dude, they're just like high level wrestlers, and they just like constantly moving until they get your back, or
the Rotolo brothers,
man. The Rotolo brothers,
bro.
So I remember when they were
seen that video of him when they're spinning around and he gets to his back? Like I don't even know how the hell. Like I think he like kicked off the fence or something like that. He did something weird, man.
Yeah, was it recently?
Yeah, it was recently.
No, we went over that move in class.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
it was.
Dope.
Yeah, it was. It's amazing, dude. I just remember when those dudes were like, you know, kids.
Yeah,
they had like their orange belt or whatever. Now they're black belts, high level black belts. One's
how old
fighting.
Are they?
I think they're like 20 something. 20.
Low 20, like in their
Yeah, like 25 and
20s.
under. Yeah, they have to be.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because they've been training, and they're twins, so it's like, they're
Can
always
you
been each
imagine
other's
some
boss.
of these guys are just gonna make Gordon Ryan look like nothing one day? Because I mean they've started. I mean, what Gordon Ryan say? He started like 15. And these guys started when they're like 5.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, because I know he has he has a few years more than me. So yeah, I think he's like 15 years in now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he started when he was like 15. Because then he's like my age. I think he's like 29.
Yeah,
almost
he's
30
around there. Yeah,
and that just like, dude, that's crazy.
It blows my mind when I watch him, like in his competitions, man, or even like I watch a lot of flow grappling of him just training. One, it's crazy how they train.
Yeah,
because you would think they'd be going balls to the wall every day, and they don't.
No, it's that
very slow.
Yeah.
Which I have been trying to force myself to do at the gym, and it's hard.
Yeah.
Because it depends on who you're with. And I'm sure they pick their training partners, right? And they have I'm sure discussed this prior. And it's hard to do that in a normal gym setting. These guys are professionals, so they know what they're doing.
Yeah, and they're also trying to better themselves. So it's like...
But my mind, it's like it's hard to teach myself live. And I've been getting better at it. But when you're rolling after class... to stop trying to murder each other and let's actually roll, and I'm getting better and better, but it's crazy to see how they are on those, like the flow grappling and, how they show, and it's cool because they show like 15 minutes of their training, I mean, it's pretty neat. Yeah.
Well, if you see them going slow, like you see them go through the moves and like when you're going slow, you kind of like see what you can do. What would work? What wouldn't work? Mm-hmm. Did this work? Did this not work?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like you're just, taking it slow and just trying to figure out your game a little bit. But
did that help your game out a lot when you started?
Yeah. When I started doing it slow, sometimes I close my eyes and I'm just like off a feel.
Really?
Like, it's just like those little things that I pick up and try it myself. And I used to roll my eyes closed a lot when I was a blue belt. Mm-hmm. And I used to get Dorsed a lot too, as a blue belt. So I made my main, focus was learn the Dars, defense, and then start Darsing people.
Yeah.
And then that's why I got good at the Dars, and the Kimura was really big. Not a lot of people were doing it, but trying to do a Kimura in the gym right now is just so hard.
Dude,
I'm just so privy to it.
My kryptonite right now is ankle locks. Straight ankle locks, dude.
I'm not good at leg locks.
Dude, man, these guys are getting me in them now, and they're so big and strong, some of these, younger guys, man.
Yeah.
And they're starting to learn, like I told you earlier, clamping down, tucking the elbow, putting the shoulder down, and just, on the correct, part of your hand to put under your heel. And, I mean, and they're just... I used to be able to stand up and, put top pressure, and sit on them or put the boot through. And now it's just getting harder and harder, And so I see what you mean. Because that's my biggest thing right now is I want to start getting better on defense on that.
Yeah.
When it comes to feet stuff, man.
Yeah, that's why rolling with James a lot helps.
Yeah.
And he the other day he taught me, and I was drilling with Jason, and we were doing leg locks. He was teaching leg locks, I think. But he just showed us this little thing. He said, clamp down your shin, if you're driving past their hip, and then use the ankle to kind of bring you in a little bit. Just that little detail made a complete difference in how that straight ankle was going to go. Right. And it was just dude, me and Jason were dude, this is crazy.
Light bulb goes off in your head. Dude. You're like, damn.
Dude,
how did I not see that?
And it's just stuff like that. That this is good that we have different people that focus on different things. James likes leg locks. That's not his game only, but he loves.
That's what he
leg locks.
To,
yeah. So he can study it. You know what I mean? And he can break it down better than I can, or better than whoever in our gym can.
What's yours?
Kimuras and Dars and guillotines is the stuff that I find more.
Yeah, you got me in a Marcellitine not too long ago, didn't you?
Yeah, I think
so. Were you showing me a Marcellitine or
regular
guillotine
or
something?
We were talking about it because you had me in the guillotine.
Yeah. Oh, I had you. Yeah, okay. And I couldn't get it. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. So I'm able to break it down, and done guillotines in competitions.
Yeah.
Like I know.
I think my problem was I
works.
wasn't getting that elbow up on your shoulder.
Yeah. A lot of people's problems that I see is they kind of like cup the chin, but if you kind of get past, grab your wrist,
slide it in a little.
Yeah, slide in a little more and grab your wrist. Then it gives you more of a like. Yeah, it's weird. Just like these little.
Yeah, you're
right.
Because I think I did grab your chin. That's what I was going for.
Yeah, because that's what a lot of people think. Grab the chin and then try to like But it's all like if you kind of get past it, you can get like a better bite. Yeah, like guillotines, Dars, and Kimuras were a really big thing. Yeah. Especially when I first got here, I was doing that a lot in competitions. It was weird too because I didn't really do a lot of leg locks, but I would always win with leg locks, like Naga and all these things. So it's like, yeah, it's stuff I don't practice, but like it's good to know because when you're in that situation, you can like pull off a leg lock or.
You've done quite a bit of competitions, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, when I first got here, I did a bunch of grappling industries, submission challenge.
I like the round robin at grappling industries.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah. Well, I remember going against Ethan Benda, which is now a black belt. It's like, yeah, so we're like always competing towards each other.
Did you compete at white belt?
Yeah. I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I did a Naga because Naga's really big on the West Coast. I wish they were
out here more. I
haven't
done them yet.
Yeah, they're coming down actually, and they're coming to Branson.
That's where I thought I've seen them before, down south.
But they were here in Kansas City like in 2019.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, but just I don't know. I guess they can't sell it or something. But ever since
they
COVID,
sell it down in Branson. That's kind of weird, isn't it?
I don't know, dog. Yeah, you would think weird. There'd be more like competitions out here, especially because like a big fight scene out here, especially. But
yeah, look how many UFC fighters have came out of Kansas City.
Yeah,
you would think
by way of Kansas City.
Yeah, you would think that there'd be more. I don't know. Maybe I guess jiu-jitsu. Yeah. I feel like jiu-jitsu is kind of big here. I mean, you've got so many gyms here in Kansas City. Yeah, you'd think that they'd come. But I mean, AGF is cool. I liked AGF. I did that one recently.
Oh yeah. I did really AGF. Yeah. I won their black gold before they got rid of it.
Black gold.
Yeah, it's like black.
Really?
The medal's black. It was really cool.
Is that like for the regular division?
It was for the it was from that like absolute division, where it's like plus whatever. They have that like option, where it's like if you win that.
Yeah, that's the one I got right there.
Yeah. So if you win that, you get invited to the Tulsa at the end of the year.
Okay. No, I didn't get that.
Oh, okay. No. So, yeah, so it's like
I did the one in this year over at Hy-Vee Arena.
Yeah.
So. I don't know what it was. I think it was just a regular. They called it championship, but I don't know. Yeah,
it might be. You just look out for an email. They might invite you.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's dope.
They hit me up. They invite you, and you get
even in the Masters, or is that more of an adult?
Yeah. No, okay. I think I believe so. Don't quote me on this, but just keep an eye out for an email because I know they invited me and they gave me like a free, to sign up for another division.
Dope, man.
Yeah,
that's dope.
So I went out to Tulsa, but I got rocked by a D1 wrestler. So my goal there was like get better at wrestling.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he just held me down and just got a bunch of points.
I'm sure Josh can help you out with that.
Oh yeah, no, dude, he's been teaching.
Dude, his jiu-jitsu's way different, bro. Since I've been rolling with him the couple times I've seen him, like slow. Like I remember when I first used to roll with him when we were white belts. Yeah, he used to
wrestle.
Like he'd be all over the place, dude. Like he would, and he's just. I mean, he's so good.
Yeah.
But so like he's so controlled.
He's starting to control it. Yeah. It's especially crazy. Teaching. He's been teaching Saturdays wrestling, so I think that's kind of helping him. Yeah. Because they say like teaching kind of helps you.
Oh, I bet ups your game a lot. Yeah. I'm sure.
Because you kind of like focus on little things and try to get. People better at stuff.
And those Naga belts are dope, dude. Don't you have a couple of those?
I got one. Yeah.
How'd you get that? Like, what did they give you a belt for?
It was a Expert Absolute.
Oh, okay.
Or Expert Absolute.
What were you at that time? What belt?
Purple.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I went against.
And so Expert's just like purple and up, or
purple and up, or it's purple and up because I know Josh did one in his division was, I think it was a blue belt and under. But yeah, and there's only like 2 people in my division.
It's dope though,
And
man.
there was this one dude. It was like always in my division everywhere we went. So we were always
Really?
like constantly battling. And then we see each other at like KCBJJ and just battle there, and it's just like,
Oh, really?
dude, I haven't seen him in a while, though, so I hope he's doing good.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Have you trained at KCBJJ?
I haven't trained there, but I've gone to their open mats.
I went to their comp class, dude.
Yeah, the comp class is good, dude. Jason's he's really good.
Yeah, he's
Good
a nice
people.
guy, man. Everyone was there was really cool too, dude.
Yeah, it's all a bunch of chill vibes there.
Yeah,
Especially
I like
Kansas
their gym.
people.
And I never knew that was even over there, to be honest
For
with
real?
you. Yeah. And I know it's like a really big, like, known gym,
Mhm.
but I just personally didn't know that it was in that area. I used to work down the street from there.
Oh, nice.
So it was kind of tucked in there right off
Yeah,
of Johnson
yeah.
Drive. So
Yeah, that was another one I learned about because I was like trying to figure out when I first moved there where to go,
Mhm.
you know, and where to be like, you know. And then I saw KCBJJ was one I was looking towards because it was closer to where I lived.
Oh, right.
But yeah, no, I had to stick with Tim Planet.
Yeah. Tim Planet for life.
Yeah, Tempe 4L. Yeah, no,
You guys got good stuff up there, man. I mean,
yeah, it's just like, I mean, I started there, so I kind of like, you know,
It's
kind
hard
of
to
loyal
switch.
to it. Yeah, not really hard to switch. It's just, I just fell in love with people there. It's like I'm a loyal dog.
That's
so,
good, man. That's good. Hell yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, man. I love going up there and seeing you guys, man. I was just up there at that.
Oh yeah,
was it?
for the Memorial Day.
Yeah, is it or
For the
Veterans
rock and roll?
Day or what was it?
Yeah, this is Memorial
Memorial
Day.
Day,
For rock
yeah.
and roll.
Yeah, that was fun, man.
Yeah.
That was a good time.
There was a lot of people.
Man,
there.
I forgot how hot it gets in your guys' gym.
Yeah,
Damn, dude,
yeah,
it was
we
like a
keep that thing-
sauna in there,
Yeah.
man.
We
That
keep
shit-
it hot in there.
A good weight, cut weight in that. in
Lately,
that place.
yeah, I was there yesterday, and dude, we were after stand up, I was like drenched. It was like
I bet, bro, because I know we get hot in our gym, and we have doors we can open up and a
Right.
fan, but
yeah,
y'all just power through that shit,
yeah,
man.
you kind of get used to it. But yeah, y'all's gym is pretty nice. It's
Thanks,
like a
man.
little corner. I used to live actually up the street off Inglewood.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it was before they got there.
Yeah, it's cool, man. You know, you're starting to get, you know, of course you have guys come and go, but you know, I like seeing new faces, new people to come in, and I mean, it's life changing, man.
Mhm.
You know, and I always say this: I'm surprised there's not more people flooding these gyms. To be honest with you, I mean, you know, even if you don't have to go 5 times a week, if you can go once or twice a week, more beneficial than going not at all.
Yeah.
You know, and it can really open your eyes to what you're actually capable of, and it's just grappling. Now, imagine if you were to actually fight someone who trains actual MMA, you know, like you can see that and then you can dial yourself back a little bit and go, oh, okay, I'm not what I thought I was.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Let's get better, you know, and let's be humble now. And then in the end, when you do this, you're going to notice that your aggression is going to go the opposite way, and you're going to not have time to want to fight people out in the street and be all, especially as a man, you know, we got the shit built up, you know, like trying to prove a point or, you know, it's like, I ain't worried about that shit. And I got to train fucking tomorrow anyways. Like, I'm not trying to do this shit. You know what I mean? Like, understandably, there's a point that you pass a line, but that line's going to be a lot longer, or that area is going to be a lot longer than what it used to be, to where when you had a short temper.
That's right. Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, I see it growing and growing. So I hope it continues, man, you know, and I hope you guys, looks like you guys are doing awesome up there. I love seeing all the Instagram stuff you guys put out. So
that's cool.
You guys are growing, man.
Yeah, we got a good group of people.
Yeah.
We get a lot of the military people, and it's just,
it's awesome.
It's sad because you kind of get close to them and they leave, but you just kind of have to accept it. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, that's always a bummer, man. But hell, maybe they'll always come by. You know, maybe
they
town,
definitely
you know?
leave an impact, especially, you know, Matt, who just left.
Yeah,
Black
dude,
belt.
that guy used to come to our open mat all the time, dude. Yeah, I always remember him by his mustache.
Yeah,
man, that dude is fucking
Charles Bronson mustache.
Bruh, Charles, exactly, dude. Man, bro, I think I rolled with him only once, bro. Oh my god,
I have so many rolls with him, and it's just ends.
That
the
dude
same.
is so strong too,
man.
man.
Ends the same. Yeah, north south choke.
Oh, bro. Yeah.
He taught the north south before he left. So.
Yeah, I think he actually submitted me with that when we rolled. And who else is that other guy you guys got up there? Because I thought I was actually going to have to compete against him. I don't know. He was fucking with me when we were rolling. He was like, he picked an eyelash off of my face and he said, make a wish.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, bro, come on now, man.
Wait, what does he look like?
He's a blue belt, big guy.
Steve?
Yeah, I think that was his name. Yeah, dude, he was cracking me up.
That tattoo was bald.
Yeah, that dude was funny, man.
Dude, Steve is great. I always tell this story. Like, my favorite story of Steve is we went out to Des Moines. Me and James went out there to do like a quintet style.
Oh, that's dope, man.
But it only ended up just being me and him because our third person, spun out in the snow. It was during snow. So it was just me and him against the team. Then we ended up winning. But
damn, that's dope.
The next day they had a regular tournament, and Steve's division, he had like a father and son in the division. So he like crushed both of them. I think it was just so funny because he was like, imagine you and your son going to a competition and getting demolished by this jacked,
Imagine the drive home.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the dude.
Well, son, that didn't go well.
Yeah, seriously, dude, it's so funny because he was like, man,
oh, dude,
that's my favorite story.
And that dude was cracking me up, though, man. I'm sure some people might get rubbed wrong by how he rolls. I thought it was hilarious, man. I'm like, this dude was just like fucking with me the whole time. I love that energy.
Yeah,
like he doesn't take it seriously.
Yeah.
This is just fun.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not be too serious. Let's have fun.
I always love the point too where it's like we almost catch each other and then it ggets quiet and they're like, all right, this game. The fun time's over.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let you catch me, and
Yeah.
I know. I think that's my favorite part of everything, just drilling and rolling.
Yeah.
With everybody, especially in open mats. After wrestling, you get those dudes who just straight off of wrestling, and they're just like taking you down.
Yeah,
it's like get better.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Well, hey, dude, I don't want to hold you up any longer, man. I appreciate you coming on.
Thanks for
having me. I
really
do, man. It was cool just hearing about your life, man. And
the
whole point of this podcast, man, is I just like hearing just regular people telling me about their lives, and it kind of gives a view to people who watch and listen. That we're all going through stuff, and we're all have our ups and downs, and and through this, people can see that. You know what I mean? Just like any other podcast out there, that's really helped me in life, being able to hear some of these things. And I just noticed that a lot of it's, a lot of the podcasts are well-known people, celebrities and stuff like that. So to me, this one for me, I like to have people just like me and everyone else who watches, that they can see like, oh man, this guy's not a blue check mark, but look at all the cool, fascinating stories and his come up and his, things he went through, and it's neat, man.
Yeah, and it's cool that you have this like kind of platform for just people to come and just share stuff.
Yeah, shoot the shit too, man.
Yeah,
just
that
like,
too. That's what
it ain't always got to be serious. You see, we laughed, we got serious, we
almost cried.
Yeah, man. It's real, it's raw. You know what I mean? And I think it's cool, man. Because I've been on the other end of going through stuff and listening to some guy that I just heard about as a guest on there, and has helped me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Kind of like a motivational video will help you go work out, and these, through life, it's what I said earlier, the tools. Yeah. You grab them and it helps you get through the next step and the next step, and makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah, dude, definitely the learning part. Like the dude you had was talking about the fat and carbs thing.
Oh, yeah.
That was crazy.
Mitchell Thompson.
Like, I was like,
dude,
wow.
That guy's so smart, man. Like, yeah, he's on like those type of guys, man. But it's cool because like he's on like very smart individual, very dialed in. Yeah. But like, you don't like when I tell people to come on and, come on and talk to me, you don't have to be like that guy. You're very laid back and chill. You know what I mean? Like, and you contributed a great conversation today. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's the beauty of this, and that's what I very much enjoy.
Yeah, we didn't even scratch the surface too. The stories.
Hey, bro, you got to come on again, man. You're always welcomed on for anytime. Just hit me up
for sure.
I'm trying to get all of you 10 Planet guys on one day.
Yeah, dude, if you get us all right here,
I'm trying to.
It'd be chaos.
I'm gonna order a couple more chairs. I got 4 mics, so we'll shoot the shit on here.
Oh, yeah,
I want to do like kind of how like Rogan on them have that fight companion type shit.
Dude, that'd be so awesome.
I know, bro. I just don't. I'm gonna try to figure out how to do it up in here, because ESPN Plus sucks, bro. I hate the lag, and it lags really bad at my house. And I have Google Fiber, so I don't know.
No, it lags everywhere. It lags for me too.
Thank you. Okay, because I was wondering, man, because I'm like, why is this shit like I'm main event?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, a dude's about to get knocked out, and that shit just starts buffering.
Yeah,
like,
I remember.
Bro.
Yeah, there was like it went through like a period where like it kept rewinding. Like by itself or something like that. It just kept going backwards.
Mine just kept buffering, dude. I remember some big Connor matches too. I was just like, I can't do this. Yeah. I can't do this anymore. I can't keep buying these.
That's why I get on the Russian links.
Bro, you ain't lying. I'm not saying we're gonna have any of these here, but if it's streaming and we're not complaining, you know why.
That's right.
You know why.
Yeah, no, but that'd be nice. Have us all.
Yeah, bro. Or jiu-jitsu shit, man. I mean, I'd love to watch some matches on here. That WNO is coming
That's on Thursday.
And then CJI,
dude,
girl.
Weekend of ADCC. Dude, that's so crazy.
And I love ADCC, bro, but I love what Craig Jones is doing. Yeah. I really like that whole... I see what they're trying to do, with the entertainment aspect of it. So I think that's pretty cool. Like, they're bringing a lot of eyes to jiu-jitsu now, and money now, bro.
Money, dude, $1 million. That's crazy.
I know, and for both divisions. Yeah. I thought it was just for one. I was like, how are they going to do that?
Yeah, no, it's for both divisions. I don't know. And plus, they're getting paid $10,000 to show up. So that's...
Hold on. $10,001.
Yeah, $10,001. Yeah.
Just to show up, bro. That's crazy, man. People are just going to go there to collect a check because... what these people don't understand, man, just because it's jiu-jitsu, these people are going through the same thing through their training, like diet, training as much as they do, living off of the bare minimum, how are they able to work, I'm sure some of them do, but it's kind of a weird, like they have to split it, so they're not able to maybe work the same as a normal person, so they have to have money in order to do that. And the toll it takes on your body. Yeah. I can't imagine.
All the recovery stuff you got to spend. Yeah, it's easily like a $5,000 a month. Yeah. If you think about it.
Jiu-jitsu is a gentle art, but it is definitely rough on the body. Yeah. I'll tell you that.
You definitely lose some inches.
Bruh.
Yeah. You get shorter. I feel like.
You ain't lying, dude. I felt that the other day, bro. Yeah. I was standing next to a dude and I was like, man, you getting taller than me? What the fuck?
I used to be 5'9.5". He's almost 5'10", but now I'm just like getting shorter.
Shrinking, man.
Yeah.
It's worth it though.
Pressure.
It's worth it, everybody. Don't get scared. Right? Go to 10 Planet or go to Helion or whatever other gym that is nearest you.
Yeah, there's no drama between no gi and gi.
Yeah. I know everyone thinks 10 Planet guys are weird, man. I get that told a lot.
Dude, I remember when I was going to like KCBJJ, I was like, dude, you believe in flat earth? You know what I mean? It was like, you a flat
You should have just said,
I used to be like, ha ha ha, and then just laugh. Because I always show up and like, even my belt, it has 10 Planet on it. So it's like, I'm always 10 Planet.
You have a 10 Planet gi?
Yeah, it's my belt is.
Oh,
really? Coach Jeremy came with the belts he promotes. It has 10 Planet Kansas City.
I forgot. You guys do get that. Yeah, that's dope, man.
Yeah, so I rock it. And that's always 10 Planet gear. And they're always shocked too. Like, you're in a gi? Like,
do you like the gi?
Yeah, it's fun, but it gets me rolls when I need it.
Mm-hmm.
It just teaches you how to like escape when you're being held down, essentially.
I think it's cool. I think it's and Jeremy has talked about the benefits of it on this podcast, which I thought was pretty cool. And a lot of people don't know, John Jock Machado, was Eddie Bravo's, coach at one point, and he's a gi guy. I mean, even in your guys' gym, there's you can see all of them up there.
The lineage.
So, yeah. So, I mean, that whole gi versus no gi, I like it. I think it's fun. And I always talk a lot of shit on the gi guys, even though I go to a mainly gi school, but it's all jokes in the end.
Yeah. The same thing.
We got to keep it fun.
Yeah. Same thing with Raiders and KC stuff. Yeah. Just keep it fun. keep it alive.
Yeah. I mean, because I personally I've grown to like the gi. I just know gi at heart. I've always, and I think that's probably because I started at 10 Planet, so it's still kind of, holds in my heart, the no gi. It's just fun, fast paced. I could slip out of a lot of shit. I like that. Harder to hold people down, I feel like. And, I keep getting told that the gi is the same as no gi. I've tried to explain to people that it's not true.
No,
You know?
no, it's
They're
not.
like, well,
There's
if you
a
train
lot
in
of.
gi, you'll be fine if you train in
Oh
no
no,
gi.
no.
I'm
You
like,
see all these UFC fighters don't know what to do without the grips.
that's what I
You know
do.
what I mean?
And I've seen Jeremy, I've seen James all explain that. I don't know why I still hear it.
Yeah.
You know, to this day, it's
Yeah.
weird. You know what I mean? Like, how could you say that if you're not able to hold a lapel or, you know, people's pants and
Yeah.
stuff like that? Like, yeah, you could still roll. You're probably pretty decent, but roll with the guy who strictly does no gi. That's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll show you.
Whenever I'm in the gi, like I'm always still doing underhooks and basically no gi stuff, but with the gi on. And I mean, sometimes if I can get the back, I can get the bow and arrow, but that's the only one I know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Hey,
It's all
well,
love.
like I said, man, I appreciate it.
Of course.
You know, let me know whenever you want to come on, man. But
yeah, definitely.
It was a good time, man, catching up with you. So,
yeah, thank you.
Right.
Finally get to, actually talk and stuff.
Yeah.
Especially since you've been gone, so it's cool. No. Thank you.
All right, thank you, bro.
All right. Shout out Raider Nation.